champion of EpicSeven World Arena Championship 2025.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Litica. Who will stand against me? Time to prove my might. Eternal sleep. Is it time to draw my sword?
I shall lend my assistance. May her mercy be with you. Return to your rest. The light shall guide you there. Goddess, have mercy on us.
Ivana, a nun of the nunnery of the Holy Knights Martyrs, one day leaves the convent to avenge her family, who were slaughtered by the moon's assassins. Though she quietly burned with anger, from that day onward, she began hearing a mysterious voice. Dismissing it as nothing more than a delusion, she continues her journey toward Ezra in pursuit of revenge. However, upon arriving in Ezra, Ivana realizes that an unsettling wave of fanaticism is sweeping across the entire continent. By chance, she also learns the truth behind those responsible for her family's murder, Rihanna and Luciella, and comes to confront them at Loongrave. Though the truth she faces nearly shatters her resolve, she overcomes it with encouragement from Ross and his group. After the incident, she sets off on a journey with Estelle to reclaim her ordinary life once more. Ivana is a 5-star Fire Elemental Soul Weaver. She has high speed and effect resistance, and can increase her effect resistance further through her imprint concentration. Skill 2, Light of Repose. Unaffected by decreases to combat readiness. At the start of the turn, dispels immortality from all enemies and ignores effect resistance. At the end of someone's turn, when an enemy has immortality, spreads the sensor's light to dispel all debuffs from all allies, and grants radiance for 2 turns, before increasing combat readiness of the caster by up to 50%. When attacked, Radiance grants 50% damage reduction. Skill 3, Requiem Prayer. Dispels 2 debuffs from all allies by offering a prayer to banish evil. Grants immunity for 2 turns and ignores sharing for 3 turns before increasing combat readiness by up to 30%. Ignore sharing allows attacks to ignore damage sharing effects. This buff effect applies to heroes only. Skill 1, Holy Light. Attacks the enemy with Holy Light and recovers health of all allies proportional to the target's max health. When 10 soul is consumed, increases the amount recovered. Ivana's Artifact, Excommunicant Censer. Goddess, have mercy on us. The day she turned her back on fate, and the night she prayed the most earnestly. Increases effect resistance by up to 30%. At the end of the enemy's turn, when the caster does not have a debuff, increases combat readiness of the caster by up to 20%. Can only be activated once per turn.
Return to your rest. The light shall guide you there.
A nun who turned her back on the path of light and chose the path of a wanderer. Players will be able to meet Ivana through the Drop Rate Up banner starting May 21st. Thank you.
Come on! What's even the point in struggling? Forgetting something? What a walk in the park this is. Huh?
No. Did I make you nervous? May her mercy be with you. Do not fear. I shall walk this path with you.
I shall bestow a benediction almighty.
Feeling a bit strange? You must have inhaled the scent.
This world's existence no longer has any value. You force me to reveal these strengths. See the power of the Archdemon. Spectacular.
It's time for something fragrant.
You're getting in my way. I'll make you useful. Resist as much as you can. Death comes in unexpected moments.
Consider this an honor. No, you're right!
Watch over us.
I was careless. Kneel.
I need a fragrance.
Forgetting something? Time to face the consequences!
No.
Come on, impress me. Yeah.
I was careless.
I shall lend my assistance.
Disperse. No.
I will punish you with the strength of darkness.
I was careless. Ha!
Prove your worth.
Ballsy, aren't we? Turning to cowardly tricks? Too bad, because I'm...
No. I was careless.
Rally up, everyone. Where the banner leads, you follow!
I shall lend my assistance. Return to your rest. The light shall guide you there.
Vitals check. Looking good. Now, wakey wakey.
I will judge your sins. I command thee. Perish. Let my guard down.
You nearly delayed the inevitable.
I'm still standing. Let my guard
The
down.
audacity of these scoundrels. Become like the autumn leaves and scatter upon the ground.
You'll be dealt with by the law. I should just try a bit harder.
You're the new offerings. Nature is governed by cycles. It's merely your turn to disappear.
Let's play hide and seek. I'm it!
When I catch you, I'll maul you to shreds.
I'm well aware of what you're planning. Is that all you had to show me?
I'm still standing.
Watch
Can't
over
go
us.
on.
Disperse. I'll lead the way.
Quite slow.
Not a chance. Listen when I ask nicely. Help!
Oh, do you need me?
Foolish weapon.
Cheap tricks won't work on me.
My guard down. Let my guard down.
I'll wrap things up momentarily.
Just...
ねえ、月光の下で自由でいられるのが自分だけだなんて思ってないよね。それってさ、リアンナたちが一番得意なことなんだよ。一つで二人、二人で一つ。じゃあ楽しい遊びを始めよっか。かくれんぼ始め。 ルシエラ、こっちに来て。不審者、標的。もうちょっと遊びたいけど強すぎるからダメそうですね。カイラン、逃げ道はない。いい夢見てね。愛してるリアンナ、愛してるルシエラ。蝶がちゃんと見つけに行くから。今日は一緒に遊ぼうね。
Welcome everyone to another day of E7 Masters. I'm Jake Left. With me, we have Valky, Car 6. We have 16. Down to the top 8 players. Also playing single elimination, which means by the end of today, we will have top 4 players only. Going to that semifinals and the finals happening next week. Welcome everyone, welcome back. This roster, top 16 was insane. Now top 8. 2 previous champions in that top 8. Magichi, Tetsu, Keith, Omega, Alibi, Toshipopo, along with Phantom and Hazama Ray. Everyone's in here. Well, gentlemen, today's gonna be an awesome day. How are you feeling, Valky?
Feeling very good, man. Last week's games were awesome, so excited to see what the competitors are bringing for us this week.
Oh man, through the roof. For sure. We saw some, to be honest, lots of cleave last week. Do you think that's going to continue, Car 6?
Oh yeah, the top 8 here, the best of the best, and man, last week's matches were insane. So we're getting down to the wire. Let's see tonight's show. I think it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing. And we'll have a lot of crazy techs coming in, lots of speed battles here and there. And insane band picks and variety, especially because we were doing lunatic format. Best of 5 made it very interesting. Some trios, but I doubt that will happen today because with this roster, man. So 4 matches to go, but before we go into the games, we have some pages to go through. So let's take a quick look first. 32 players. That's what we started with. Now down to 8 only. Semifinals, knockout stage, top 5, best of 5 single elimination. Next week, we'll have a semi plus the finals. So today's going to be all quarterfinals, the 4 matches. Only 2 days left. I can't believe it. Champion. We'll be having that very soon. The moment you win today, you guarantee yourself a 2.5 USD grand at least. So you can double, I guess, 2.5 your prize if you win today. You already have $1,000 locked in. So I think your realistic goal right now is like at least top 2, right? You want to get to that E7WC top round of 16. That should be the goal, and of course the championship spot. Top 10 euros here. It's a bit more updated. It's including all the games from last week as well. And looking at the pre-bans, Lady of the Scales, so you'll have the question, oh, is Ivana allowed? No, she is not allowed today. And of course, the artifact as well. So not allowed. But everything else is. Like, we saw lots of Estelle, Salome, and yeah, just like pretend like we're in the patch of last week. That's what we're going to be having. So top 10 heroes, I think they will stay very likely. But gentlemen, your mics are on, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's about time to talk about the hot picks, especially on the left. 7-0. Flan.
Oh, wow.
That's a big number.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those characters when she first came out, she was incredibly broken. But as time went on and we got more solutions for her, she slowly started petering off. But as people may very quickly forget, Afternoon Soak Flan, a sniper character with multiple shots in the chamber, if you let her go off, she can absolutely carry a game with those dual attacks.
Yeah, she will break through with dual attack with extra damage. And also, Car, Bryce area was used in lots of cleave last week. I think we might get to see her again, right?
Yeah, definitely a great cleave opener, but G-Clef, there's also some damage by Sarah's that may come out here and there depending how spicy these players get. So expect her. She's just very good anti-revive mechanics as well. And G-Clef, the unit on the right, though, I think is the big winner here. Both units on the left, 7 wins, 6 wins, 25 wins, and 10 losses, though.
I think we're
see some of our competitors like Alibi. Fririn is insane.
Especially last week, there were moments where the opponent really couldn't do a thing, right? When she still had souls. So it just came down to that wire, and the opponent couldn't do a thing against the Fririn. So hopefully today we won't be seeing that as much, but still a very strong hero overall. And that's a collab character. So she'll stay. We're back again, which means code. I think everyone knows by now. Ivana, I think that's a 0. Yeah, it has to be 0521, not on O.
Yeah, May
it's a
21st.
0. Yeah. Ivana, 0521 EM for E7 Masters. Get that code in, because last week I forgot and I was too late. Man.
Oh no.
I forgot. Oh, do I still have time? No, too late. Put him in now. Make sure to do it. Thank you. Thank you, EpicSeven Mod. Thank you for the coupon up there. And drops event that's going on all the time. Leaves, especially if you're new, you need a lot of stamina, a lot of energy. So get those leaves and make sure to charge up every single time. And drops gone. We have one more. The event is still happening. I lost a lot more games, and I'm going to continue after the broadcast today. And I'm ready for the challenge. Those ban picks are really good. I can't believe I'm losing from the ban picks. I already know that I lost the game before going into the game because I lost the draft against the EpicSeven Godly AI, the God of Battles Coliseum. Very scary thing. Try it out and see if you can beat all the way and unlock and get that get the thing in the mail so you can join in the raffle. And you get a lot of sky stones. I believe 30,000, 20,000, and 10,000 if you win. So hopefully you may be the lucky winner. And not Lucky, not Car6, not G-Clef. you can take all the luck, all of our luck for the sky stones. Those are it for the coupons and the events. Time to talk about the tournament. Let's take a look at tournament tree. This is what happened last week. Some 3-0s, 3-2s. But honestly, all the matches, I'm having flashbacks of what crazy things happened. Some really fast games. Some miscalculation of turn orders. We had that like a couple games. And then these players just know in and out. The moment that happens, you just you say GG because they can pretty much read the next 10 moves ahead. So quarterfinals.
Yeah, just gotta pack it up and go next sometimes because I think there's two styles of players we've seen in the tournament. There's a type of player that really like to drag out a lost match and think about their next draft. But there are also players who just want to save themselves the mental anguish and just want to go for a cleaner next game. So they immediately pack it up, go next game. And we've seen both on display.
Yeah, of course. Might have a repeat of that a little bit today. Hopefully not as much for the calculations. Alibi Toshipopo will go from top to bottom. Hasam Ray versus Omega. That one. A lot of the fans are looking forward to that one. Can Omega go for a bigger challenge now that he's actually in the main matches and go to semifinals or even the finals? Magic Chi was incredible win against 108050 versus Phantom, another previous champion. So that's a big one too. Tatsu
That was
Keith,
a huge one, G-Clef.
Oh yeah,
that was actually the one you talked about miscalculating. 108050, one of my favorite players that I thought would go the distance, taken out in a clean sweep by Magic Chi. Some miscalculations with the units like Zio, but yeah, we'll have to see. Magic Chi has his work cut out for him against Phantom tonight.
Yep, and Tatsu Keith, Tatsu versus Meow Mix. That was another match that was insane. Went all the way to 5, and then they had the speed run in 5. These players just go all at it sometimes.
Shout out Ruzid.
That Ruzid game was insane. Alibi is here, a very strong contestant. All wins, some game losses, but of course never lost a match yet. Free run lover. As you can tell, most picked, 3 picks in the main matches so far. So, Free and Lover. Politis, though, has been banned so many last week that we actually didn't get to see Seavan and Politis as much. Bucky, do you think that's a really good snipe on a lot of players? Why do we not see her on the screen as much?
The thing with Sea Phantom Politis is that she's one of the best openers to have in the game if you're not sure you're going to outspeed your opponent, because one, she starts with stealth, and even if the stealth doesn't matter, she's going to matter in a longer game because she's holding back the resource for the opponent. So if you're trying to just play more of a neutral game and without committing to a cleave or committing to speed or tank down, Sea Phantom Politis is one of the most flexible characters, and that's something you want to target out against good players.
Yes, was mostly banned on game 2 since she doesn't really appear in the first round of things. Here is Toshipopo, very different in playstyle, as you can see from Light Ruel, some Harsetti, which we don't see as much in the main matches, and Renak, some fast. So a bit of a mixed here and there for Toshipopo, but a really good in drafting last week against Light.
Yeah. Man, I got to put some respect on this guy's name. Not only did he beat KJ in the group stages, he took out Light 3-0. And this guy, like you said, G-Clef, he's just been drafting so well. Different variety of playstyles. Spirit Eye, photogenic against players like Light. BBK, close match. And then, you know, he even can close it out with units like Zio and P-Flan.
Some insane games and very reactive drafting, but overall makes sense, very balanced. And we were kind of amazed how well he can react against such what could have been a very tough match. So this is the lineup, Asia versus Asia server, but Asia is included, including Korean and Japanese players in there as well. Prediction though, very close, about half and half. We'll see if Alibi can do it. The maid Chloe versus Toshipopo on the right. The ban pick's ready. Here we go. Harsetti.
Let's do it.
Lady of the Scales, double ban. Notos, which means Yen's allowed. Biblis is allowed. Salome Estelle also allowed.
And abhorrent
Biblis first pick from Alibi, starting things off.
Yeah, Biblis was a unit that was banned out a lot in the pre-bans last week. So seeing her very early here for Alibi, that's going to be an amazing start for him.
Aki? That's a hover.
And Toshipopo is going to lock in that MLDN. As you discussed, Car, Biblis last week was just going to be banned out. So Freerun kind of took over the entire metagame. We saw so many games where Freerun was just having an absolute takeover. Biblis having that damage reflect on the passive, one of the few things that can actually stop her, which is why it's so important to take away the DN here, because not only does she stop the Biblis, she has the potential to stop that pesky Freerun as well, which looks like Alibi just says, nah, I'm faster. I'm going to lock that in anyway. I don't care.
Oh, really?
Listen, guys, I don't want to call it too early, but Alibi has that Perfumer Biblis with the Freerun and Ruel, some of the highest win rate characters in this entire tournament. That's an amazing draft on 1, 2, 3.
Toshipopo, but after all those games, televised, not televised, I guess, online. Toshipopo better have a game plan ready. He had time.
Shall I give it a go?
So for now,
Arya is going
Arya.
to be the third pick here. We're looking to limit the soul burn action here, not only doubling their cost, but also punching away free run souls, so she has less of a defense mechanism. And of course, Nurse Yoha, the most picked character in the game, so flexible. You can recover from losses. If you build her super fast, you can cleave, but oh man, and it's just buff character after another. Pirate Captain Flan and Ahmed. We got to see a little bit of her last week, and as a cleave opener, absolutely deadly. If she can steal away that immortality buff from the DN, could spell a lot of trouble for Toshipopo.
Yeah, that is just so scary when you have that hyper carry Freeman, unbannable on your third pick. The utility, the support that she's going to receive in this match, it's really, really scary for Toshi. He's hovering an Aki here, but going through the motions, let's see, Aki actually had a great showing last week. Honestly, same with Midnight Gala Lilius. We saw that being used as a tech pick, but let's see what he locks in here on 5. Kinda going through just with a re-knock.
A fast, speedy character to pick up and hopefully go for the contest. There's a chance, so I think Toshipopo just wants to force ban on 5. Oh, it's a pirate ban. So Amid will stay. He's good amount of heal. Some protection on the free ran now. But is that a little too much focus on free ran for Alibi?
Well, that Amid Freerin combo is so powerful, so if Toshipopo kind of just takes that on the chin, he may not survive it.
Here we go, round 1.
Pay attention,
Amid
or you might regret it.
is the starter.
I'll protect you
Souls available.
if we must fight.
And of course, going to enable the whole combo into that free run. And I think you're right, Car. This entire matchup will come down to one thing. Is the Nurse Yoha able to hold the line against this free run? Because if she can, then she has absolutely the potential to flip this entire matchup by enabling the rest of her team. But if she drops here, this could be bad. Let's see the damage. And she holds.
He holds. Yeah, so Freerin has went backed up by that mid a lot of times 2 turns in a row, but with that Yulha got that cut in, so this is very important for Toshipopo to interrupt the flow and kind of fight back right now.
Now, wakey, wakey.
Big superhuman onto Arya.
Time better spent elsewhere.
60,000. Can she break into anything? There's Skilno on the left. The entire team.
Unfortunately, those skill nulls will be holding back that initial damage, but I imagine you want to soul burn her regardless. Just pick your targets a little carefully right now. Soul burn S3 is going to come in. We're dropping into the Biblis. We're looking to enable the DN. Do we get the buff strips we're looking for? And it does strip the free run. That's the only target you care about.
You better
You don't care about the Soul Weavers on the back.
Or the
If you remove the damage, that might just be it.
Oh,
that was so close. Not enough though. Free run survives.
You must have been
Drop that bottle. Here comes the Biblis S3.
May the light guide us.
Lots of effect resistance on Toshipopo's side. Japan server players are known for high effect resistance builds, so sort of an expected result. And of course, the Ruel will be looking to stabilize the free run, getting a little bit of souls back for that magic shield. And oh man, and I think the free run is finally getting open range to just run wild.
Someone needs to be made an example of.
So much cover for free run.
0 souls available for Alibi. That's one of the strengths when running ML Arya. But Toshipopo has to take advantage here. If Alibi gets any type of recovery to protect his free run, it's not going to be a good look.
King of these streets.
Going for Biblis first.
Have you finished your assignments?
And the defense break does land. That's a promising sign.
Enforcing discipline.
Oh my god! Look at that damage!
That was a lot. That D-break paying off.
Thrashing.
Unfortunately, does proc the passive, so cleanses away the break, but will be able to send out the Biblis anyhow. Woo!
Okay, Toshipopo. Super tanky team. Real does have the revive, but do you want to save it for later?
What cannot be avoided must be overcome.
Biblis already kind of did her part.
Think I can play my part, Noe?
Oh, the end
She did stall the match. Arya, though, Superhuman is still 1 turn active, and now S3 is available as the match progresses, right? Those S3s are going to hurt more and more. So Alibi, a little bit on the clock.
仕方ないね。相手するよ。できるよね。
Ren,
Right here. ここで終わ
not
ら
really
せ
having
ない
much souls.
The Crown of Glory of Runka is putting in work, and the damage limit but finally times out on the free run, so will be taken out in 1 hit if you can just find the right turn to just get a little bit of damage on that tiny little mage right there.
Free Ren without the barrier.
Glory be with us.
Not enough damage.
Luckily that immunity goes
Unfortunately,
up
having
Kev
the
by
highest
pressing
attack.
S1.
Yeah, this Nurse Yoha with a high attack from her passive, though, will just be absorbing all of those dual attacks. You want a dual attack without Arya, but it is what it is. Still 1 more turn of the superhumanization left. Do you start working on the Ruel, or do you just close out the free run first, force the ultimate?
Yeah, I think that's the debate he's going through here. Ruel still has S3 and still has herself revive. Here we go, Tochi Popo setting it in. Who's he going for? Actually, the amazing target.
Remove the Soul Weaver. Ruel
That
does
is
have-
actually superb target selection on the part of Toshi Popo, because that's the problem with playing the Ruel is, oh, and she lives
95.
again by a smidge.
ゾルトラーク。これでどう？
That was lucky almost.
Daring today, aren't we?
Oh, man. Toshi, just all the tempo going on his side. That Crown of Glory working so well in his favor. Freeman going to be taken out here. We talked about Ruel, though. She still has a lot of gas left. But 1v4 scenario, you got a lot of work to do here.
For hope.
Yeah, there's no extra souls coming through. For Alibi, that's the problem.
Stand in line, please.
1 turn left on S3 for that Eula. So this turn, can I just go through the motions? Both are invincible anyways.
I'm nervous.
Just go through.
Together! No choice.
Target selection.
Time better spent elsewhere.
Unfortunately, this turn isn't going to be a lot of work getting done for Toshi Popo, the double invincibility here. So just going to have to start pushing these characters through that Idol's Cheer, through the free run passive, and now free run goes again. This could get dangerous. She has the ultimate again. We're looking to put up a attack buff and drop another AoE through. Oh, but the nurse goes out.
Evens it up. And look at that with that free run S3, the turn meter. She's already ready to go again.
There's no need to worry now.
That's huge. Now there's a damage limit.
ここで終わらせるよ。
And the
And this is
extra.
getting worse and worse.
Hold up, it's not enough.
Ready to ride?
It could be. Wasarunka gets the S3 here. This strips every buff.
To be dispelled.
Oh yeah,
and
no
Arya
souls
gets the
available.
turn.
Yeah, that Crown of Glory.
Ready
Doing
for a
its job.
screenshot, everyone. Free Ren about to drop a game.
Shall face my iron fist!
Kick her out of school.
Prefect Arya
I'm not afraid.
takes her out. And Ruel, skill 2, 2 turns. Skill 3, 2 turns. Cool down.
Someone needs
Does
to
have
be made
Idol's
an
Cheer, so she'll be able to
example
cycle here. Back into S3. Toshi Popo's health a little low.
of. Let's go!
Do you sleep well at night?
This will take some
Finally, you're getting
time.
a good duel attack in.
Glory be with us.
It's not over quite yet. Ruel, finally, she gets all of her cooldowns back, and she has the additional revive on top with the unique buff. This could still be pretty bad.
Oh, she's still
And she doesn't take out the
alive.
revive.
Ow.
That's so unfortunate for Toshi Popo. That's going to add so many layers. More work for him to do to get through.
Reach the depths of your heart.
Another one from the graves.
Time better spent elsewhere.
You hate to see it. Your damage dealer is up to bat while they're both invincible. And now Freerin once again ready to rip some AoEs.
And we're in Frenzy 4. So there's damage.
Not afraid.
Back to Ruel. Got S2, the damage limit again available, which should seal the deal.
A bunch of mutts.
Naria's
Yeah,
powerful,
and with
but
the full kit.
Those who
Yeah,
fall
just
below
not
the
enough things going for Toshipopo to basically outpace this Freerin. We're looking to just punch out the Ruel, but I think even with that revive, he's got it in the bag.
Oh, yeah. Just so many safety measures, so many extra
extra
lives and just safety nets for Alibi here.
yeah, 2 turns on that damage limit on Freerin.
What was that?
There's enough damage. So don't take this screenshot.
Oh, man.
I was wrong. But that's a win for Alibi.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at Alibi's draft. We talked about it. You had that Perfumer Biblis into the Ruel with the Freerin, and even though Biblis actually kind of got taken out early, the recursion, the amount of life, the roach status on the side of Alibi, keeping that Freerin alive. Honestly, both the Freerin and Ruel boys kept like barely living at 1 health, and when you have the revive mechanics on both her S3 and her extra self-revive, man, that is just so much extra work when you don't secure the kill.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, and I know it says the MVP badge is on the Freerin. She did all the damage, yes, but the Ruel was pocket healing her so hard. I mean, that's the level of Freerin protection Hemel himself wish he could be bringing. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Moving into round 2. Prior with Lidica, some speedy. Zio, speedy characters banned, along with Estelle. Finally, we talked about that Phantom C Politis, a Sea Phantom, and she is there for Alibi. And Salome for Toshipopo.
Salome on the side of Toshi.
Yeah,
This
that's
guy
right.
has been, or this unit, this lady has been amazing for the players, especially the more like versed you are, more experienced, and the better your gear is. She is insane. I think we're only seeing the tip of the iceberg on her potential.
Yeah, Salome was used 16 times last week. A lot, actually, a lot of games. About half and half, 53.3% win rate. So that's not too bad. Pretty good.
Somewhat of a fair character. In the hands of a high-skilled player, she is extremely difficult to deal with, but you know, it's still possible to misplay with her. Flag Cigarette does get locked in, so Toshipopo may be looking to just take control of the match, drops debuffs on, and Abyssal Yufing, that's quite an early lock for her, especially to the Spirit Eye Celine.
Do it. No. New Moon Luna to lock. Couple of passives can be done.
Get a little debuffer of our own. Alibi going through the motions. He's thinking through it. Yeah, that Abyssal Yufine on 3, very surprising from Toshipopo, almost like a blast from the past. We have seen her being used in that anchored position, but usually we don't see her come out till like 4 or 5.
Nicely.
Yeah, Yufine was built or picked after a couple of cleave picks.
You don't deserve my
Or locked
mercy.
in on the other side. Christie and New Moon Luna for Alibi. Bit more tankiness.
Well, and this is another one of those drafts that's kind of developed after we started seeing the hyper carry Freerin, Spirit Eye Celine. You get Christie on 3rd pick and then run 2 hyper carries, characters that build so much damage they can solo carry games, and you let the Christie protect them against debuffs like this Flag Cigarette. But Brigida's the one being hovered here. That's a little bit interesting. Toshipopo has to be cooking something, and no, locks in Monarch of the Sword Ice area. We are just looking to counterattack the Celine.
It's funny we saw those 2 units because actually last week with Rojin, we saw him utilize Brigida to lock down a Monarch or the Sword Ice area kind of solo hyper carry. Just a little throwback. Maybe we'll see some kind of scenarios like that today. Let's see what Toshipopo kind of locks in on 5 here, hovering a Fern of all units.
Open the gates to
Yeah, he's not picking that into the Sea Phantom Politics. We're going to grab the Bellion. Bellion here denies a lot of the souls that Spirit Eye Celine generates in a longer game, and you block New Moon Luna from being able to soul burn away all of your passives first turn. So good pickup by Toshi here against the Tori being locked, and of course that gets banned away with the Salome.
Banning the first pick Salome for any countermeasures, since there is no Arunka for Alibi. What a very strong counter attack team for Toshipopo. And here we go, round 2, Alibi up 1.
Euphine, how are you here?
Faster Luna than the politics. Okay.
I like the little unique dialogue between her and her sister Euphine, but here we go. Ripping that S3. New Moon Luna doing what she does best.
Those eyes.
It's the best of
Design
5.
a stage that I'd only dreamt of.
5 out of 8 debuffs here. Only the Flag Sigrid escapes the debuff fate. Does manage to keep her turn, so let's see how this goes.
Cigarette, Toji Popo picks a target.
And immediately he's aping the Spirit Eye Celine in the background. Will be missing the buff strip, but the splash damage does come through. Barely dents her past the shield.
Not as much as you thought. Some
Let's power that Christie. Massive amounts of ER on our hyper carry Spirit Eye Celine, opting to just S3 here instead of ripping the free soul. A lot of times if you can't secure like an important kill, you want to just save it to chain later on and get better value.
Rally up, everyone. Where the banner leads, you follow!
Here comes the Cigarette. 2 fears, but 1 locked and gone.
Relax. You're just skin and bones.
Oh, and both immediately cleansed away. Oh, fear debuff.
Man.
It's such a fickle thing.
I swear I saw 2.
Oh, and that's a defense break on the Iceria. Uh-oh. Oh, you do not want to be here right now.
Well, here we go. Now we're ripping our piggy bank of souls. And that belly and seal, we're going to have enough.
Most foul.
Look at this, though. We have 20 souls now.
A lesson to be engraved upon your soul.
Belly is the first one to be gone. There's no cleanse.
Your past transgression.
Making it very tough. Celine hits another.
By the law. Revelations. Hard work always pays off.
Alibi's got Christie.
The key to
For the attack up, that will be GG called. Now we're going to a 2-0 series. Uh-oh.
Oh, man. Alibi running away with it. I was kind of talking up Toshi Popo how well he was playing, but it seems like Alibi's drafts have just been superior. That New Moon Luna really paying off, kind of stopping what Toshi Popo wanted to do there. And that Christie, right? Little cherry on top, just keeping our Spirit Eye Celine safe, especially against those S2 strips and things like that from the Swift Flag Bearer Cigarette.
And you have to question Toshi Popo's draft decision there, taking the Abyssal Euphine not only into Spirit Eye Celine, which is one of her worst matchups, but also into Sea Phantom Politis, so she's getting half fighting spirit while she's at it. The New Moon Luna certainly doesn't help. Usually Euphine is something you pick if you want control of opponent combat readiness push, and I just don't think that was Alibi's game plan. Maybe a bit of a misread for Toshi there.
Maybe locking Euphine in a little too early, you might say. Goodless, Bossarunka, Freeren, Dien are added to the free bans. Toshi Popo, you only have 1 life. Might be the last game
one life,
of
and
the
he doesn't want
tournament.
to deal with that Freeren. I don't blame him at all. Renock pick up early, very strong, especially in round 3.
Oh, Alibi's ready. Aki, he wishes that he had that last game. What's the solution against some Spirit Eye Politis?
We were talking about how Aki kind of made a big standout last week against Spirit Eye Celine. I think in 2 different matches again from 2 different players. So he is a possibility to kind of answer that Spirit Eye Celine hyper carry.
Yula Jiras, the combo is there. Yes, Baki?
Yeah, Toshi is cycling through a few characters there. And you know, this brings me back to something you said earlier, G-Clef, which is you identify Toshi Popo as a very reactive player. And here, once again, he's picking up Ruel of Light, just playing very reactive. He's kind of going neutral, as a lot of RTA veterans would say. But if you look at Alibi, he's going for power picks, he's setting up plays, he's going for hyper carry game plans. And you really have to hand it over to him just from the 2 matches we've seen so far tonight. He's been the one getting his game plan through, and better player wins at the end of the day. And whoa!
You got a surprise last time. Oxlot's locked in, so that hover earlier was not a mistake. That was real.
So A-Lot, it's a boosted.
Oh my god. Blast from the past, RB Oxlots?
It's the old
You
combo.
do have to question, like,
This is the oldest
how
combo.
confident are you in your speed? You're racing a Renock. This is, I think, something like 114 versus 129 base speed. These characters are like 15 base speed apart. This is crazy.
He's got the read, he's got the momentum, he's got the feels, I think, Valk. So Alibi, he has game to throw, but he's feeling confident. I love when players play like this.
I love it, but isn't this a little too outdated in stats, right? For A-Lots? That was like 2019, 2020 things. But it's been 6 years.
No, you're definitely not wrong there, but we've seen some players utilize these unique characters. We saw Ruzid last week of all things. So I know Oxlock hasn't really gotten much, but he's definitely coming. Speaking of Blood Moon Haste.
Toshipopo's ready to go for round 3.
Well, very reactive here, not only getting the Empyrean Ilanov, but
My
Blood
tea
Moon
is getting
Haze. We're looking to
cold.
revive our teams, and we have the final DPS anchor here for Toshipopo. The Lone Crescent Bologna,
No one can
just
escape.
looking to maybe evade, get a few counterattacks, and of course, BBK gets locked in last for Alibi. Wow, that man is ready. He's coming in swinging.
Oh, Blood Moon Haste makes it through. BBK taken out, as well as the Ruel.
Yeah, A-Lots with RV for Alibi. There's a lot of hype, but can they do it? Now, RV got a lot of buffs, and also the exclusive equipment, but A-Lots? I don't know. Let's see, round 3.
I won't lose to anyone.
Wow!
He outspaced the Renette!
I'm
way!
strong.
Speed
This guy
win?
is feeling himself.
Alibi!
Like I'm watching the Guild Wars from back in 2020.
This is 100% going to EpicSeven Short. 2 gone! This is insane!
Preparations complete.
And I think Toshipopo's in a lot of trouble already. Yes, he does have the Blood Moon Haze shield, but Nurse Genesis Ross is going to be turbo boosted. 57k HP.
God.
2 targets. Oh, this Ross is gonna hurt. And we're dropping the Soulburn S2 here. Even through the immunity, we're looking to just get this extra damage. And a little bit of a counterattack shouldn't matter.
Aware of what you're planning.
Yeah, we are so far ahead, man. That superhumanization plus the fact that 2 units are missing for that bonus scaling. Show me the damage.
Your fate.
Oh my god, it hits both, takes them out!
Teacher's gonna
Even the Blood Moon Haste couldn't do a thing. Oh my lord. What?
We were questioning that Oxlots. I think all our questions have been answered. And yeah, that Lone Crescent Bologna got hit too. Like we were talking about the scaling, like Raws gets stronger when units are missing. Bologna gets weaker when more of her allies are missing. The dodge chance goes down. But man, even if she didn't dodge, that was looking all Alibi.
Now there's A-Lots. 3-0 win for Alibi. I don't know how fast that is, but it might be faster than RNL that didn't even come out in game yet.
Oh man.
Oh boy, no wonder he picked it for the fan protection. Says, okay, time game 3, I'm winning 2-0. Let's see what I can do. This is a unit that I prepared especially for today. Bam, lock it in.
Oh, that was a little dirty, almost disrespectful to put an Oxlots against a Renock and bet the farm on it. Well played, Alibi.
I can't believe it.
Enforcing.
Oh, the highlight
feel the breath of flowers.
might be a little short.
Somebody's in need of a
No interviews today. We got to hear from them last week, all of them. So no interviews today, but it was a rather fast game. And
This match was probably the closest and the longest one of the set. Superhuman Arya plus Ayula making a lot of headway. However, we talked about the recursion, the revive. This free run came back so many times, and even with that Crown of Glory on that Arunka, it was just too much for Toshipopo to handle.
The light guide us.
And this turn right there was emblematic of the entire match. It shows that if you take a high-tempo character like the Freerin and put a pocket healer on her, she will be able to out-tempo the Nurse Yulha, the MLDN, and once you've out-sustained them, well, you got an open lane towards the end of the match for your victory.
yeah, there were a couple turns where the Freeran didn't die and the Ruel didn't die with a very small amount of HP.
Yeah. I hate to say it, could be a gear gap scenario as we saw in the game 3 with Oxlots, but I'm getting ahead of myself. This is round 2. Spirit Knight Celine like a hot knife through butter, cutting through his opponent.
Yeah, Celine still very strong, relevant in the meta, especially in game 2 and game 4 with Rider.
Do not forget your past transgressions.
You do see this Aureus Abyssal Youthing trying her best, but through the Spirit Eye Celine, it just looks like she's not enough.
Yeah.
Oxlots Arby, ladies and gentlemen. I never thought I'd see the day.
And the G-Ross to complete the 3-0. Alibi takes it. We're straight moving into our next match. No time to wait.
I like our pace. Yeah.
Here is the big name. Hazama Ray is back on top 8. How far can he get in E7 Masters? It didn't really happen for him last year. We'll see what happens. Ooh. 7-3. Picked lots of free run. Overall, very overall, I would say balanced player. Of course, with very good gear set. In terms of drafting, he's all over. He's not just stuck with cleave. He can turtle up. Lots of debuff comps, controls. He's got it all.
Yeah. I was very impressed with his play last week against Minoru, 3-1. And like you said, a lot of different units, not just the ones you see on the screen. I saw some ML Arias, Green Vildred, Lone Crest, and Bologna. He really goes deep, and that's what a champion has to offer in these high-level tournaments.
Yep, and of course Hazam Ray's here, which means the opponent is none other than Omega Melissa Lover. Can we made Chloe? Oh, actually, made Chloe and Ruel together. Oh, there were some safe games that he has chosen to do so, but I feel like he also tested some speed out there with like fast Luna and stuff.
Yeah, in the English-speaking community, Omega is known as a very, very speedy player. However, when you're in a world top 8 cut, your speed advantage tends to not show as much, I guess, unless your name is Alibi. But for Omega, I don't believe he has a huge speed edge over Hazama Ray. So you do see him defaulting to things like that Ruel, and of course, you do see one of his most picked Maid. And wow, a lot of debuff with the Witch as well. So
yeah,
a bit of a different playstyle shakeup for him, and wonderful to see that coming into today.
Yeah, last week against Fan as well, he really utilized the Salome G-Clef, especially with units like Freeman, Ruel, like we talked about, and then once again, that Green Vildred. We'll have to see, though. Valky mentioned that, I think he did have potentially, he identified he had a speed advantage. This time around against Hazama Ray, he may have to play a little differently, because Haza, his gear is crazy.
Yep, you do have to think about your opponent's gear sets and how fast they can be. Yeah, gearing up for the tournament takes a lot of effort. Especially if you stream, because your information is out there. So let's see what changes Omega has brought to the table. But the winner prediction, Hazama Ray, that's about 7-3. And we're ready to go. Ladium Scales Boss, Aruka Ban, Notus Biblis, which means a lot of others are available.
Ooh, very good coverage on the pre-ban, so the split here will be between the Salome as well as the Shepherd of the Dark DN. For, I imagine, both players who are very, very speed-oriented, those are the two highest, most coveted characters in the game. But Hazama Ray does offer the Swift Flag Bearer Cigarette, so a little bit more of the debuff utility could lean into either line. Hovering a bit of a Genesis Ross right now, locks it in.
Few picks. Again, Nirvana is not allowed until the end of the tournament. I've got an update. It's not just today, until the end of the tournament. So Estelle and Salome will be Estelle and Salome will be the last heroes allowed until the end of EpicSeven Masters. Omega loved picking Salome first pick.
Yeah, he's such a good that's such a good unit, especially for Omega, and he has that Ruel, that kind of safety net. I think that's one of the big things for him. I'll show you. In these high-level matches, Ruel just gives you that room to breathe, that little bit of a safety net when things either go wrong or if you make a slight misplay. Zio for Omega.
Oh, this is Omega picked 3 already, but not really showing anything else. He's got the first turn, he's got the safety with Ruel, And also, the changes you can make with the Salome, but not really like the significant, the key units are not there.
Ooh, and this could be a bit of a shake-up pick here. Zio is a very feast or famine character. His passive gives him that combat readiness, so he gets almost like that guaranteed first turn. So when a player picks Zio, it either shows that they're cooking something and they have to get the first turn, or man, they're just playing so scared and they can't afford to let the opponent get the first turn. But for a player like Omega, I would wager my money that he's just cooking up something.
Yeah, it seemed like a prepared draft. Specific. If you have the first turn,
Okay.
we'll nurse Yuha. The G-Ross combo.
I'll make sure you
Second
are welcome.
Arbiter Vildred already. In the quarterfinals, I love it.
Yeah, those buffs really paying off for this man. He's back, baby. Shepherd of the Dark Deanna on 4. You know what's funny, G-Cliff? We were talking about how Ivana not available yet, right? Shepherd on the Dark Deanna on 4 and 5 is what we're going to see, because even though we may not see her played a lot, she's not a unit you can pick really early. I think she's going to kind of push units like Shepherd of the Dark Deanna later on in the draft. So it's funny this is picked this late here when she could have been available much earlier.
Yeah, she was available.
I
Usually
know.
first
No mercy.
successor to you.
Very good combo with that Zio. That pushback could activate him where he starts to pop off.
With the immortality on the team. Single target damage. Maybe enough to take out G-Ross.
And taking out the G-Ross is good, but that's the issue against Hosmer. All of his damage dealers have 2 lives, so not only you have to kill the G-Ross, you have to kill him twice. And if you try to do that to the Arbiter Vildred, well, he's going to give himself an additional combat readiness push. And there it is, Sea Phantom Politis. We're looking to limit their resources. So if you want to get the success or KU through the draft, you do have to take her out.
A whole lot of resources dependent on the right. And that's when you bring Salome for the extra life. You hit him again.
Yeah, she's so versatile. There's so many plays Omega can make, and he has been making the right decisions thus far, making it here into the top 8.
Successor Teiyu is out. Along with that Polypus, it's a 5th pick spanned out. Omega might have to copy some of Hosamare's characters. We'll see how it goes. Yan's got damage. Zio's got some. But the rest, I
Yeah,
think
but we have 2 revivers and a unit that can revive on top of that, so it's a lot of work for Omega to kind of chew through.
Are you going to provide some entertainment?
Zio start. Nothing can top Zio. Omega with a lot of souls.
Sinner.
40.
Fear. Judgment.
DFI.
Save everyone.
Put him back. Silence.
And no, what is his name? When the festival
Strips
starts,
removes the
let's
evasion
dance
from the Flag Sigrid. This pushback is going to be a little bit deadly.
That's my god. With our spirits.
Oh.
Salome RV? You go that far to bring him down? Who's the copy? It is Arbiter
You're right,
Vildred.
G-Clef.
Is dead.
You also identified during the draft phase that he may lean on his opponent to get some extra damage out. Show it to me.
Some rubber?
With the soul burn, the dark blades chop through.
That's one nice thing about the RB interaction, though. Even when he's sealed, right, a lot of his power comes from his exclusive equipment. So even though that S2 passive is sealed, he still has,
Right
he's
here,
still pretty threatening.
Right now. We take the crown!
Secret's still here.
How pathetic.
3 fears. Good land.
It's meaningless.
There's no mercy.
And
And
Hazama,
like you said, Cart, the RB didn't even care about the seal. He says, yeah, I'm just going to rip the S3, get the damage through. No debuff transfer necessary here. Genesis Ross with the final anchor turn and going to opt to skip everything, let the fear ride. But Ruel manages to free herself from the fear. What do you go for here? S3 and S2 both available now. It's going to be a bit of a scary turn here.
Omega might have wanted that immortality.
To lead everyone to victory. Don't
To be Salome alive.
Really valuing that Salome. Good target. She's very tanky too. I think it's one of the threatening things about her. Not only can she copy, but she's so healthy, fast as well. In the late game, she closes out a lot of matches too. Hold up, we get a strip.
And the debuff transfer does land. Does survive, however.
Woo. Genesis Ross does have an extra life with the Sacred.
This is looking really bad for Omega, though, already ripping that Ruel S3, and you have Hazamaray, doesn't even need to press buttons. Look at this, just S1 again, and all that tempo gain from Omega on that Ruel play is already set back to 0.
I hear the footsteps of destruction.
Even silence.
Also felt this before.
Finally takes out the DN. I mean, it just looks like he's slowly marching towards victory. Not a whole lot Omega can do there. And like you said, Cart, once you burn the Ruel ultimate, you're just kind of waiting her out, getting the cooldowns back. And even with the revive, she doesn't have any damage to close out the 3 low HP character on Hazmaray's side. And another soul burn comes through. This RB ultimate's gonna hurt.
Ooh,
pretty good.
15K.
14.7. Look at this. Her skills are all back. Swift Flightbearer Cigarette, man. She cycles through her cooldown so quickly.
And all the heroes with extra lives. Ruel, G-Ross, other Vildred.
Still 2 turns on that S3, and like you mentioned, G-Clef, his opponent still has like 4 lives on the table. Count them together.
Trust me.
Damage limit. Can Omega stay that long? Flashes through.
There's no mercy. A simple task.
Don't blame me if you get hurt.
Damage limit will keep him healthy, but another flag S3 is coming. Oh man, if this strips the damage limit, I think the Ruel's days are numbered.
Death.
Feared.
Yeah, strip, a pushback, even if he was to get lucky, doesn't even get the chance.
I'll remember your
Hazamaray takes game 1. Convincing fashion. Arbiter Vildred. G-Ross Secret. Pretty strong. Salome, first pick. Didn't end up working out for Omega, and that might be a problem.
Yeah, it's very telling because that Salome got him so much value last week. We talked about that Zio, a little bit surprising, not just for Elf Major or Omega, but the fact that Zio on 3 really kind of sets the pace of the draft. But look at Hazamaray. When he saw that Zio, he took a while, came up with a solution. We saw it work out beautifully.
And, you know, that's the issue with this Zio character is, yeah, his entire utility is getting you the first turn. But if you have your opener with something like a Briarwitch Isari instead, and you could deny all of these revives, I'm sure she would be the preferred opener. But against an opponent like Hazamaray, where he's so fast, you have to take him. Otherwise, you just don't feel good cleaving.
Guys, Kayron ban. Is that Hazama saying, okay, your Salome is down, Kayron is also gone? Is that a reference to the story, or it has to be, right? If I had to guess,
that's a flex.
It has to be, right? The disciple went down in game 1, and Kayron's pre-banned.
Let's go with that, sure.
That's a lower ban.
I protect. That's what I do.
Hazama.
Ooh,
some fashion.
One interesting thing, guys, we're noticing Estelle not picked a lot here last week. Very low win rate. Really taking advantage from those units with Photogenic. Now we're seeing where last week sometimes you saw she was picked over the likes of Unbound Knight Arwell. This time around they're kind of opting back.
And it's also possible that Hazamaray personally just likes the Arrowell. Estelle, rather, has a lot of the counterattack as well as just the injury and for the utility. But Unbound Knight Arrowell, you're looking to put up more shields as well as strip buffs and land that one clutch stun. So a little bit of a different utility here, and Hazamaray does go for a turn 2 setup, starting with a tank and a support, and the support being made Chloe there, getting a lot of revives on his side no matter what he's playing.
That's something Omega picks up very often in round 2 when he doesn't have that Ruel, because it's often taken out. Yeah, G-Clef, he takes that mid Chloe, sometimes even first pick. But since he took the Renok, Hazama Ray steals it away.
Yeah, Hazama's made Chloe last week. Actually, 2 games, 2 wins. So also a player that loves to play made Chloe. That's also a steal from Omega's favorite. Uh-oh.
I'll protect you.
Okay, well, there's the stuff we were talking about. Yeah, so we talked about this last week. She is very strong on the ladder, almost obscenely strong, but a lot of that is because of the warfare rules, the frenzy, especially where she gets that bonuses. This time around, though, in this tournament, right, G-Clef, those are not available. So Estelle, her win rate, I think, is showing because of that factor.
Luckily, it's different this time.
Ooh, and Witch of the Mirror Tenebria gets locked in on 3. That's not a move you see very often, but when your opponent does commit to a very, very obvious turn 2 playstyle, and Genesis Ross is in fact removed from the draft pool, not a bad pick here.
How much effectiveness can you get it done? Can you get it on the Soul Weavers even?
Well, we don't have to worry about effectiveness if we have that Tori.
With a very... Yeah, I mean, Witch of the Mirror Tenebria is a character with a very viable, huge viable stat range. She could be anywhere from like 150 to 300 effectiveness if your gear calls for it, and if you're willing to sacrifice enough speed. And if you look at Hosmary's draft, it's not very fast, so entirely possible that Witch is just packing effectiveness, just looking to brute force through any mid Chloe strategies.
Well, we saw that already, right? In this tournament, boys, we saw Witch of the Mirror actually come over the top of a Christie of all things, packing well above 300 effectiveness. As for Mega, who knows?
Hope you have a nice time.
Anti-cleave. Festivita.
Festive Ida with the passive, where as long as you strip her stealth, she'll just be able to fully cleanse herself. And on top of that, the responding splash damage will put quite a bit of pressure onto that Renok. So decent pickup. Hazama Ray already looking decent in that top 4.
Lots of Festivita lovers in chat. Let's see how much action she can bring on the table.
I see you guys.
It's about time.
The kid or the looks?
Yeah, it's about time. Summer's coming. It's already blazing hot in Korea. So summer's coming soon.
I believe it.
Oh, Flan with 100% win rate in the knockout stage. Robin? Are you serious? Can do damage, we know. We know. From previous KJ's interviews.
Oh, okay, he locked it in.
Some massive damage can be done from Robin.
Robin is a really intriguing cleave follow-up. She does a lot of damage off of her burns, and she's a good follow-up for extra turn characters, which if you look at both Renok, and if you assume that Witch of the Mirror is very high speed, Robin could be a very, very deadly pick here. Hazama Ray needs to be careful. You have to assume that Witch of the Mirror speed correctly, because if you guess wrong, could be game over.
You're right. Omega's plan revealed. Newman. The bunny doms here. Hazama. Got lots of Soul Weavers, lots of protection, some single target, anti-cleave. Very balanced on the left.
Yeah, very much protectatory. Festivita could do some work as well. Situated perfectly there. And then that Moon Bunny to round it all out. We talked about the extra turns. What are the bans going to be?
Oh, Omega still taking time.
Moon
There
Bunny?
it is.
Oh, Festivita.
Pick up Festivita and work your way against that Tori somehow. There's May Chloe and also a lot of barriers. Some buffs. We'll see what happens. Hazama Ray up 1.
Consider this an honor.
And I think this might be draft advantage Omega, because even though his characters do like the extra turn, they all have the option to skip it. So if you can get the value through your characters skipping every extra turn, could spell trouble for Hosmare if you can't catch back up on tempo. We're gonna skip the Pilfer as 3 damage, jamming it into the main tank. We're looking to work down the HP pool.
Oh, the escort. All the damage going into Arwell.
You?
Stun
You're
sleep.
just a puppy.
Moon Bunny's here to do it all.
Says your life is hanging by a single thread. So nervous.
Cascade on Tori.
Packed to the brim.
Block will make sure you can't get the cleanse and the buffs through, but Tori will be buffing herself up. Extra hit chance. Does he send it into the flank to try to save the team? Or do you work down that witch? Lots of options for Hosmare right now.
Should be it.
Always taking the time to calculate the best decision, and he's going for the Witch of the Mirror.
35k.
Why are you interrupting my relaxation?
That's one gone. Still
And that is
a lot to go
photogenic, by the
through.
way, right? Because no damage taken on that Estelle. I didn't quite catch it, but I think it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
You don't realize I've got you in the palm of my hand. So mean!
On Tori.
I'll teach you a
With a
lesson.
friendship on me.
But I'm still on vacation.
Omega gets the second rotation. We're letting the flank drop AoE damage into the team. Slowly working down this Tori. Re-knock finally gets her second rotation now. Can't use that Pilfer, so we're dragging the S1 and stuns the Tori.
Where's Maid? A little far away.
A little far away, but Will has access to all her skills. Was actually locked down by the Witch of the Mirror.
Some help, please! I'll share some of my courage.
She survived? Okay, Arwell's still standing.
I made it in the nick
Yeah,
of time.
1 health in a dream, 591 to be exact. But she has her skill 3 here. Omega couldn't quite finish his plate.
Shall be punished.
Able to land it.
How adorable.
No stun, but the strip works.
And look at that barrier, G-Clef. That's also very important.
You can get my autograph later.
The Tori has almost completely recovered from the damage, and with this Make Chloe ultimate, when she hits it, oh, the game is starting to get out of reach for Omega. Flan, though, keeping up the tempo. We're doing all that we can, and I mean, it's not even chipping the shield on this Tori.
Yeah, the escort is still on Arwell. Looking like a big wall in front of that Tori.
Okay, we're ripping it.
Come on, impress me.
Let's
Oh,
get that activation.
the Moon Bunny's activation.
Train's cowardly tricks. Too bad, 'cause I'm
Yeah, this is so much buff stacked up for Hosmare's side, and the effect nullifier is going to block the splash damage. This is looking worse and worse for Omega as the Tori is hitting
Another
the
trial to
buff
overcome.
cap. I mean, look at that, 9 buffs?
Yeah, 9
One
buffs
more
on
buff,
Tori.
and she can't take anymore.
I can't even see the top of the screen. There we go. Holy mama.
What do you need right now? Notos? I don't see any other answers.
I think you need to go
Notos
next.
might just be the one to do it, guys.
But Notos is banned, of course. Estelle almost gets wrapped and goes almost goes down. Still alive though. There's no healed, no revives on the right. That's damage. Oh, even the stun. This hammer.
Meanie indeed. That hammer, brutal.
And the
Holy
sleep.
even from Hosmare.
vacation.
That was being taken out of the match completely. And Flan here, I mean, she's doing all that she can, but GG does get called. 2-0 goes over to Hosmare.
Oh my goodness.
The previous champion going at insane speed
Yeah.
and showing up the gear score Omega in
So
trouble.
I'm surprised to say the arena. We talked about how, you know, Omega just doesn't have to press buttons to bypass that Moon Bunny, but when you don't press buttons, you don't get that cycling. And the revives, the heals, the protection that was provided to that Tori on the back of her S2 passive just made her feel almost invincible. And Omega just lost the tempo so quickly after failing to kill. I wonder if he should have knocked at that Arwell early when he could have. He was opting to save S3, but yeah, 2-0 for Hazamare.
And we continue into game 3. Salome Zio ban into Omega. Uh-oh. Harsetti. Shuffle's gone. Secret. Snipe. For Hazama's game 1 first pick. Now Omega taking his time for the first pick. And we have Frieren allowed. A first pick.
When in doubt, slam the Frieren.
You know, it's just occurred to me, guys. They've not picked this character for game 1 and 2. She's making her first appearance in this series for game 3, is she not?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I wonder if it's a respect factor. Both players thinking if they pick too early, my opponent will have the answers ready.
Make sure you are welcome.
Because we both know that we know that they both have had great success with Frieren.
Oh, we're living in the world where even the previous champion is spamming RV first pick. I think it's safe to follow.
And with so many characters pre-banned here, I mean, RB's good versus a lot of things, but I think in a straight 1v1, the Frieren's slightly higher value.
Yulha?
Yulha does come in, so we're stacking up a lot of revives on Hazamare's side already, so he really likes that strategy. Goodness.
There are some anti-revive units available though for Omega. Some units we discussed earlier that we haven't seen quite yet. Maybe a Briar Witch. I think she's available, right?
Briar Witch should be, and Ruel is also available now.
Glory be with us.
There we go.
Pay attention, or you might regret it.
Amid.
Ruel does get locked in. Ooh. I don't hate that. Normally, she's not picked on third pick very often due to the existence of Bunny Dominion. But since Hazamare did burn that pick last game, slightly difficult to check in on it. Bunny Dominion's in the pre-ban slot. Zio is in the pre-ban slot. Does Hazamare opt into a race here? I think Omega finally looks more comfortable. Game 1, he was pressured to pick Zio. Game 2, he was pressured to pick Renok. But top model Luca and the technical I think Hazamare says, get in the car. I'm up 2-0. You want to race? Let's do it.
Hazama is testing Omega. Double imprint.
We talked about this. Or other players may have backed down when Omega shows some speed. Hazamare says, I was waiting for that. I have a game plan that attack Coley, super high win rate.
Yep, top model. Now Omega does have double the imprint and a mid. Might be a base speed fight now. Come on, Hazama. You go extra Shuri for the speed imprint? Or anyone else?
Ooh, this is getting spicy, boys. I mean, in terms of base speed, top model Luluka wins by, I believe, 2 speed? And 14 banned out on both sides. This is going to be a base speed race. Advantage does go over to Hazamare, but top model Luca, a lot more gear intensive. So keep that in mind as we see who gets the first turn in game 3.
Omega.
Oh!
Starting the
Take
game.
my power.
2%.
2% off.
What cannot be avoided must be overcome. A future
Omega's got to start spamming some buttons.
shall flourish once again.
If they won't get out
The
of the
Vildred
way,
on the back.
we'll cut our way through.
This guy is scary.
Vildred versus Vildred. Can you land the hit?
He hit.
Everything.
Oh my god.
Yula's alive?
Of destruction.
But you know what? There's Frieren, there's Ruel. I think we
skill
kind of know.
nullifiers.
I think we kind of know.
Yeah, those skill nullifiers are going to be extremely pesky. You either let them all survive or, burn your big Arbiter build return just to clear them. This has to feel bad.
Stand in line, please.
Now, gentlemen, this is turning out to be a greater number of series.
That's enough wine.
Even the green
This is
children.
kind of what we asked for coming into tonight. And Nurse Yoha does get the res off. Having a good build does afford you this top model.
Okay.
Luluka Ghost might be looking to just end the Ruel here.
Yeah, Haas is not giving up yet. It looks bad for him, but yeah, maybe he's got some outs. He's calculating.
Can you do it? With Superhuman.
I'll remember your last.
Oh,
Okay.
the calculation. He did a calculation and he didn't quite get the number that he wanted. So Omega will
Exactly,
take in 3.
I've called this guy a Terminator. He seems like a machine, and I think the numbers just didn't pan out like G-Clef was saying. But man, there was maybe some speed RNG. We talked about base speed versus base speed, but Omega came out big, and that's what we want to see here. A 2-1 Omega, not out just yet. He is fighting.
That was a moment when top model was brought back. Like, oh, did he already do the calculation on the Ruel?
Right?
Can you turn this
I wouldn't be
around? He's like, no, maybe not.
Save
Let's
that
go to the
mental
next
energy.
game.
Go next.
Let's go to round 4. Oh, that was almost too dangerous. Because it's Hazama Ray, we had to think double check on ourselves. Belly and Estelle made Chloe. Tori is the man. All right. Now Renak, Tenebria, and a couple of those Game 2 heroes can be back. Salome has been banned.
Play my part, Louis?
Yan was quiet all this game.
Forgetting something?
Omega, what are you up to?
What?
Let's talk.
Yeah, he's gonna lock in that first pick Renak because she's just the fastest character in the game. She has so much initiative. We did see her get trapped in a draft in game 2, so looking to not repeat that, but Ozma Ray already has control of the end, so he gets that soul burn priority. Without Bellion in the game, I think no matter what Omega picks, Ozma Ray has a slight bit of advantage, but Genesis Ross is another really strong combo, so just looking to not fall into that Shepherd of the Dark DN cleave pattern.
Haas is running the numbers. After that DN, what gives him the highest chance of victory here? Very open-ended drafts on both sides. How will they develop it? We're gonna have to see kind of what they go for. Will it be like a cleave? Will it be some kind of hyper carry lock on 3? Hazmare has that first pick advantage, so he kind of sets the tempo in this draft phase.
Yep, first pick. And also still on the match point for Hazama. Omega off to a comfortable start with those 2. Oh, now both players taking a lot of time before the picks.
Yeah, I mean, Haza always does that, but Omega is kind of matching him, making sure that he also carefully picks the best options. But yeah, this is par for the course. This is par for the course for the Terminator, Hazamare.
That's for sure. But also, as you get deeper into a series of lunatic drafts, I mean, so many of your usual answers to these problems are pre-banned. So you really got to cycle through all the characters you have. If you have 100 characters built, you got to cycle through everything and really consider your options. And it considered the options he did. Hazamare is going to lean into the Spirit Eye Celine on 3rd. Omega, though, we're getting that Pirate Captain Flan Cleave. Ooh, okay. This could be a bit of that mix-up Omega is looking for to upset the series.
Flan on 3rd. Does Omega bring more speed with the buffs? Amid is not available, but Brigida is.
Man, I'm just at the edge of my seat. I don't know what Omega's got to take here. Round 4 in the series, tournament life on the line. He's really considering. Pirate Captain Plan's definitely been a strong unit, but on 3 against Hazamare,
They get on my
what else does he
nerves.
bring? Silver Blade on 4 is interesting. Usually you see her come out on 5, and a lot of times she draws out the ban because players don't have that answer ready, and when she's left to her own devices, she completely locks down the enemy field.
Omega's trying to go for the control. With the fast characters, Hazamare still got 2 slots open. Araminta plus the flan.
Okay. Looking for some counterplay.
Blue.
You said it.
Children of the
Blue.
stars will be saved.
Elena as the answer, as the anti-AoE. So if the Flan or the Silver Blade goes off, I mean, she's just going to be able to cleanse all the debuff, right? I think that's the game plan. And what do you take on 5? Do you just go for... I mean, is Christy up? There's so many characters banned, I could barely keep up.
I know, I think the players are also going through the motion. So looks like Christie is indeed the play. We identified that debuffs are going to be very strong for Omega. You have kind of two pseudo answers, Christie especially against debuff resist. Elena more countering the AoE potential that Omega is bringing.
How much effectiveness do you have for Omega? We'll get to see, because you expect the Christie to come out when you have a comp like this on the right.
Likely Christie gets banned, and this is an effect resistance check against that blue Elena, I believe, if I'm reading the flow of this draft correctly. And of course, Veronica will be checking MLDN there. So Omega definitely gets a better draft in game 2.
Christie banned, Vinok is the ban. And Elena, from what I know, has a lot of ER. You can get all the ER possible.
Those are some spicy bans. We'll have to see here.
Plenty of damage. You're looking to land some debuff from Omega's side, but can you
In this world,
go through?
nothing comes for free.
Soulburn is going to be available to him. What does he opt for? Do you defuse the Elena first and then drop the bombs? Or Soulburn just going to brute force it? We're going to Soulburn once. No, resisted by the Arrowwell. Uh-oh, that could be a little bit weird.
Desire always.
That is a huge tempo shift here. Omega now ripping the skill 3 on the Pirate Captain plan. But the first turn did not go according.
2 bombs? But Elena is here for the cleanse.
And it doesn't strip the immunity from either one of the cleansers, but does land a bomb on the Spirit Eye Celine, so this could still go either way. This has turned out to be a kind of a weird match.
I'll do whatever I have to.
At least gets the value from Veronica. Now ripping that skill 3 straight into that Arwell. Oh, yes, it's Arwell.
Full resist. But the immunity still on that Arwell with the escort.
You just detonate the Spirit Eye? Is that a viable play? Drops the S3, SBA looking to just
this has to be the
completely
moment.
overwhelm.
The stars light our way.
Double stun. But the one standing on top and bottom. Elena Arwell still good to go with the
The
buffs.
chosen ones. Blessings of the stars.
But this is an issue. Now the team's got invincible.
That voice crack definitely protecting Hazumare's side, and he really wants to draw out this match.
I mean, Elena does cleanse 1 round of debuff, so Spirit Eye Celine is still stunned. That's going to be the key of the game here. And look at the amount of resistance on this Arrowwell. She's just holding it down, not letting any of the buffs get stolen, going over to Omega's side. This is going to get worse and worse as the game drags on. If the Spirit Eye Celine ever gets that pop-off turn, this could be bad.
It might be Hazuma with some... Okay, the burn and the damage.
Another trial to overcome.
Not quite.
Not bad, though. That's one of the weaknesses of these units that have that S2 kind of passive, that extra damage, those extra hits. You kind of see Omega trying to fish a kill there.
Well, selecting the target is Umpire Flan.
Trust me.
Immortality gone, stunned.
I will judge your sin.
Going to be sealing the passive from the Spirit Eye. We're looking to just punch through everything that we can. The barriers, oh goodness. Is this going to be enough damage? I mean, this has to be the turn. You gamble everything on it, right?
Your tournament life on the line, Omega. Rips it.
To belong in this world.
Can G-Ross be the solution? And the Spirit Eye's dead.
We're fighting.
And that is huge. That's the main source of damage for Hazamare. Still has a DN, but a lot of her
time to show
activations
you
have
what
already
I've got.
gone through the motions. Omega now can kind of try to slow play it a little bit here, getting that Arlo out of the picture.
The burn.
Are you doubting me?
Holy sack out of the way. Still feels like Omega has this fully controlled now with Celine gone.
I'm nervous. Let's play hide and seek.
Yeah, not many options left. Shepard at the end needs to just rip this S3.
Some
See where the
damage?
damage gets shoveled
Oh.
through. Pirate Captain Flan does go down. Ross is still anchoring it down. Ooh.
Arminta down. Oh.
Yeah, one of the weaknesses of building a draft like this, units are so squishy. That being said, the Raws can close out matches, and he still has a second life.
Is it time?
Look beyond the sky.
This knight can take so much damage on her own.
And with the Holy Sacrifice, she comes back and just shakes off every single debuff you lay in on her. And with that, I mean, just a solo Genesis Ross left. Can he make it through? Extra turn will be available, but might want to just stall it out. Oh, this is looking so tough for both sides. This is coming down to it for sure.
Let my guard down. There's no mercy. A
Arlo,
simple task.
S3 is available and she
And
survived.
she's still alive.
Oh man.
She is stalling for so much time. Hazamare, 42 souls on deck.
What is this, like high defense, HP, and res? Soul burn.
We'll save everyone.
That was a lot of damage.
I think I can play my part.
Get the self-activation on the DN. 3-turn immortality. Hazamare, it will be able to stall this out at least for 2 more turns here. Knocks the Ross out of the revive, and there it is. The air
Hey!
with the stun.
You can
Does it
get
land?
the sun. Does land. Extra barriers.
I'm still standing.
Paralyzed.
I'm nervous.
Has the skill, but it is stuck. Hazamare wins the game, and that will be it. Omega taps out. 3-1 victory for Hazama. The previous champion survives. That's the end of E7 Masters run for Omega. Top 8.
Yeah. I mean, he had that kind of curse where he always gets eliminated in the early stages. Making it to top 8 is huge, though. I know he's a massive fan favorite. I'm definitely a fan. Would have liked to see a little bit of a closer match, but well played to Omega. Hazamare, though, guys. What a dominant set here.
That was so close.
Yeah, in his interview last week, Omega did say no matter who wins, this was going to be a banger series, and it absolutely was coming into this. Oh man, a lot of these games came down to that final few last turns, and holy, these guys, the way they resolved the end games, it was just so tight.
We thought it was a big comeback for Omega with the G-Ross surviving, but Hazama didn't give up. He did the calculation this time.
That R wall, so many hits. On top of that too, right? The end damage. He had so many souls, and even though pulling Elena maybe not the most impactful, but then you have that stun come out, and I think that was it for Omega. Obviously, threw in the towel.
Elena was an incredible pick. Yeah, reducing down a lot of damage.
It hurt. This is it.
Yeah, this was still round 1 of what we just had.
All I can give you.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
dear.
where Ruel had to rip that S3 a little early, and Hazamare kind of just had all the tempo on his side. Ruel wasn't able to make it back into her skill 3 revive.
And in this game too, Tori absolutely goes off. I think the re-knock was just put in a really bad pinch here by Hazamare, because I think Omega just feels pressured, right? Game 1, we saw the Zeo. Game 2, re-knock. Game 4, re-knock. It was just kind of an awkward position where you want to go for characters with higher utility value, but you have to take the top speed. You have to make sure you deny Hazamare and force him to take a slower draft.
Speaking of top speed, this is where Omega takes the top speed, winning that first turn by 2%, and that build rate shows that he's the superior one.
To belong in this world.
Celine
No way around it.
gone. With that, We thought things were possible, but the Arwell staying alive.
Yeah, look at that. Deanne just put in so much work. And like we were talking about, I thought the Raws, maybe, you know, the fact that he's immune to debuffs here, the fact that he still has a second life, he could cycle back into that S2S3 combo we've seen so many times. But Hazama Ray, this Arwell was unkillable.
Yeah, even managed to take her out once, but Holy Sacrifice brings her right back, and the moment you make it to that stun, takes out the revive. That was it.
Such a crazy series. A 3-0, a 3-1. I mean, at this level, we see a lot of these heroes surviving with like couple hundred HP. Even at this level. That's the type of gear that you are tuned and set up for the tournament. And without that, I mean, things could have been different. Some resistance on the left side. Just start with the Veronica and the Flan having some checks. Lots of resist from Hazama. Yeah, and then you can tell that's certainly not 15% at all. So 3-0, 3-1 is the score for now. We'll take a short break. Once we come back, we do have 2 more matches to go through. Still big names coming up next, so don't go anywhere. We will be back after 10.
I shall lend my assistance. May her mercy be with you. Return to your rest. The light shall guide you there. Goddess, have mercy on us.
Ivana, a nun of the nunnery of the Holy Knights Martyrs, one day leaves the convent to avenge her family, who were slaughtered by the moon's assassins. Though she quietly burned with anger, from that day onward, she began hearing a mysterious voice. Dismissing it as nothing more than a delusion, she continues her journey toward Ezra in pursuit of revenge. However, upon arriving in Ezra, Ivana realizes that an unsettling wave of fanaticism is sweeping across the entire continent. By chance, she also learns the truth behind those responsible for her family's murder, Rihanna and Luciella, and comes to confront them at Loongrave. Though the truth she faces nearly shatters her resolve, she overcomes it with encouragement from Ross and his group. After the incident, she sets off on a journey with Estelle to reclaim her ordinary life once more. Ivana is a 5-star Fire Elemental Soul Weaver. She has high speed and effect resistance, and can increase her effect resistance further through her imprint concentration. Skill 2, Light of Repose. Unaffected by decreases to combat readiness. At the start of the turn, dispels immortality from all enemies and ignores effect resistance. At the end of someone's turn, when an enemy has immortality, spreads the sensor's light to dispel all debuffs from all allies, and grants radiance for 2 turns, before increasing combat readiness of the caster by up to 50%. When attacked, Radiance grants 50% damage reduction. Skill 3, Requiem Prayer. Dispels 2 debuffs from all allies by offering a prayer to banish evil. Grants immunity for 2 turns and ignore sharing for 3 turns before increasing combat readiness by up to 30%. Ignore sharing allows attacks to ignore damage sharing effects. This buff effect applies to heroes only. Skill 1, Holy Light. Attacks the enemy with Holy Light and recovers health of all allies proportional to the target's max health. When 10 soul is consumed, increases the amount recovered. Ivana's Artifact, Excommunicant Censor. Goddess, have mercy on us. The day she turned her back on fate, and the night she prayed the most earnestly. Increases effect resistance by up to 30%. At the end of the enemy's turn, when the caster does not have a debuff, increases combat readiness of the caster by up to 20%. Can only be activated once per turn.
Return to your rest. The light shall guide you there.
A nun who turned her back on the path of light and chose the path of a wanderer. Players will be able to meet Ivana through the Drop Rate Up banner starting May 21st. Thank you.
Come on! What's even the point in struggling? Forgetting something? What a walk in the park this is. Huh?
No! Did I make you nervous? May her mercy be with you. Do not fear. I shall walk this path with you.
I shall bestow a benediction almighty.
Feeling a bit strange? You must have inhaled the scent.
This world's existence no longer has any value. You force me to reveal these strengths. See the power of the Archdemon. Spectacular.
It's time for something fragrant.
You're getting in my way. I'll make you useful. Resist as much as you can. Death comes in unexpected moments.
Consider this an honor. Know your place!
Watch over us.
I was careless. Kneel.
I need a fragrance. Forgetting something? Time to face the consequences!
No.
Oh, come on, impress me. Yeah.
I was careless.
I shall lend my assistance.
Disperse. No.
I will punish you with the strength of darkness.
I was careless. Ha!
Prove your worth.
Ballsy, aren't we? Turning to cowardly tricks? Too bad, because I'm...
No. I was careless. Rally up, everyone. Where the banner leads, you follow!
I shall lend my assistance. Return to your rest. The light shall guide you there.
Vitals check. Looking good. Now, wakey wakey.
I will judge your sins. I command thee. Perish. Let my guard down.
You nearly delayed the inevitable.
I'm still standing. Let my guard
The
down.
audacity of these scoundrels. Become like the autumn leaves and scatter upon the ground.
You'll be dealt with by the law. I should just try a bit harder.
You're the new offerings. Nature is governed by cycles. It's merely your turn to disappear.
Let's play hide and seek. I'm it.
When I catch you, I'll maul you to shreds.
I'm well aware of what you're planning. Is that all you had to show me?
I'm still standing.
Watch
Can't
over
go
us.
on.
Disperse. I'll lead the way.
Quite slow.
Not a chance. Listen when I ask nicely. Help!
Oh, do you need me?
foolish way.
Cheap tricks won't work on me.
Let my guard down.
I'll wrap things up momentarily.
Just...
Welcome back, everyone, to E7 Masters. We're right in the middle. We just passed the middle mark of quarterfinals. Magic Chi, Phantom, Tetsu, Keith. These four names still remaining to be under the question of who's going to win and advance in the semi-finals. We already have two big names, Albai and Hazama Ray, getting those big wins. We'll be up on the semi-finals now. Time to find out the two slots. So big games are remaining. Did see a lot of question in chat about. I love everyone discussing about like what could have happened, what happened, what was the decision. There was some mistakes, or was it a mistake? I love these discussions that you guys have in the middle. Yeah, it's all about. It comes down to the decisions, comes down to the drafting. Even at this level, there can be mistakes done, but some things that we might actually miss, something that the players might be having things in their head. We don't know exactly what's going on, but still, we do have too much left. Match 3 and match 4. Let's take a look at another tournament tree. Before that, we have the coupon. Already had the question. Where's the second coupon? Here it is. Quarter 2-3, top 8. That's right. Put them in. More leaves. I know everyone's been grinding hard. Yeah, copy paste. Thank you. Quarter 23, top 8 in chat. And then now, time for the real tournament tree. Already had the update. Alibi versus Hazama Ray. I wonder if we'll see A-Lots even against Hazama.
Oh, I don't know. That was a very confident pick. You really need that first turn against Haza.
I think that's like a one-game deal, right? I don't think you can pull that off twice in this tournament.
Yeah, it's definitely a cheese. You pull it out once, and then once people are aware, oh, he does that, you're like, nope, fast as Oxlots? Nah, I got Litica.
Yeah. There are some answers. Certainly a lot of units that has a lot better base speed since A-Lots. Still in the quarterfinals, Magic Chi versus Phantom. A lot of the global fans has been having this question, like who's going to win? Because Phantom, of course, a huge name in EpicSeven history as a champion, but Magic Chi got 10-50 down with a 0-3. That was a statement from last week. So a lot of high expectations, a lot of questions in the air for that one. Tatsuki, same drill. I mean, the match versus Meow Mix was insane, but Keith, 3-0. Another insane match was to finish off last week. Here's Magic Chi. Can you do it against Phantom? The other previous champion, Hazama Ray, did seem very strong. It's
Yeah,
Phantom.
but Magic Chi is a veteran. This guy has been around since, I think, the very early days. So he doesn't stream as much as he used to, or if at all. But just like Phantom, he is an OG. He definitely has experience in all the tournaments. And like you said, G-Clef, 3-0 against arguably one of the best geared, strongest looking players, 1080-50. This man is on fire.
Magic Chi. Could be the moment. Up against another biggest, one of the biggest names in E7 history. Phantom is back in top 8.
And Phantom is the champion of the second ever E7 World Championships. And I think this is the most stacked top 8 we've ever seen in a tournament.
Yep.
We have so many OGs here. And Phantom, after kind of taking it easy for a real long time, comes back with a splash. And he says, yeah, people have just kind of been saying, you know, I'm washed, but I'm here to prove them wrong. And we're really here to see that.
I was one of them.
Well, he's here to prove a lot of those non-believers wrong. Can he do it this time? Slightly higher for Phantom. Magic Chi's got numbers as well. Not too far away. That's about half and half, I would say. About half and half. Oh, very strong players. Magic Chi, overall very balanced. Used a lot of Yulha, a lot of RV, even last week. So we'll see. He's also got some mids, fast characters as well.
Yeah, one important detail, G-Clef, when you finish in a 3-0, especially in this Lunatic format, you kind of have to be very, how do you say it, like varied. You have to be flexible, because otherwise, you know, the Lunatic punishes the same types of drafts. So you got to win with completely different teams to go 3-0.
Exactly, Car. And I would even say in this format of a tournament, if you are too predictable, you can get scouted, you can get your draft taken away, and you can get banned out. But of course, when you have that first pick, Perfumer Biblis, you can play whatever you want, and especially with these pre-bans. Do I smell a free run coming, guys? I might smell a free run coming.
I smell it.
I don't know how
some elves.
free run smells, so I don't smell it. I don't know about you.
All right, let's cut this combo right now. The chat's going to go crazy. I can't.
Phantom with the end.
You know, one interesting thing, compared to like weeks 1 and 2, notice we saw players experiment, right? Letting him through. A lot of people calling him a fraud. People were starting to figure out how to beat him. But I think as we progress, he still kind of has that factor where he just makes you draft in a certain way. And both players, I think, just don't want to deal with that. Might as well just get him out of here, especially when there's so much money on the line.
And if you win, you double. You give 2.5 your prize pool from $1,000 to $2,500 at least. Yulha is the selection for Phantom. Going easy. There's a whole lot available now, especially with the double blind ban on Lady of the Scales. Salome.
Magic Chi has to be thinking and, you know, running the math in his head. Do I have the stars aligning for a perfect free run game? Because one of the biggest problems we've even seen when, I believe was Alibi in the driver's seat against free run is when you have to face off versus MLDN, she seals you, get that magic shield out of there, and then just one-shots your character. If she does, in fact, get that off, could be a troublesome matchup. So, weighing, is this free run? Maybe pivot into something else? I have to see where Magic Chi goes with this.
May the light guide us.
Root L of Light.
All right, now I think I know where it goes.
Free Ren.
We saw this earlier, man. Free Ren backed up by some of the best supports the game has to offer. What does Phantom do to dismantle this Free Ren win rate?
Put up some tickets against the Souls.
I mean, we saw an Arya in the first match today alongside a Crown of Glory, and it still wasn't enough because when you have that Ruel, you might be able to remove the souls, you might be able to land a kill on Freerin, but you got to go through a Biblis, and then you got to kill Freerin multiple times. So I think we need something a little more on the side of Phantom.
And what's furthermore on top of that, Magic Chi had the foresight to pre-ban that boss Arunka, so we'll not even have that crown in order to just reduce the souls, but Phantom's going to lean into that same strategy with the disciplinary prefect Arya, and he needs a little bit more. He needs a little something extra just to stop the amount of revives. Maybe he goes for maybe a more aggressive package here. I want to see a Briar Witch Isari opener or something like that.
Oh, that far? Oh, Lidika. who we haven't seen at
Only
all
by the will of
today.
the goddess.
First
Oh,
Lytica
yeah.
of tonight.
Hot picks.
Harsetti? Oh, really going all the way that far? Magic Chi?
If Magic Chi locks us, then he's cooking, man, because if you have the free run advantage, I imagine you want to play a faster, higher tempo game, but I mean, look, if that's your way of stopping the Lytica, of stopping the openers, that's got to be how you do it, right?
I mean, that's one way. One hard way to stop it.
He's hovering. We saw him last week against 1080-50 really show that even when his opponent is faster, he's one of the few that can really develop that anti-cleave strat. Now, that being said, he does have the free run, so we're going to try to do that, you know, hyper carry protect. But Harsetti maybe could work. I think he's
Guess you're more than
deciding.
just
He locks it in.
Oh,
Must I keep fighting?
And Billion. Grabbing everything.
yeah, very interesting hyper carry setup here from Magic Chi. I'm really just sitting here wondering if the Bellion's on Aureus, like she's just the main tank here looking to hold back soul burns and provide a little bit of protection for the little mage. And Phantom with one last pick, I mean, you gotta force a ban here no matter what, but
That'd be some interesting tech, but I
it's
wonder
gonna be
if it was just a
uncomfortable
steal.
no matter what you do though. Yeah.
So, Aki!
Aki had some good games last week.
Yeah, when you need to dismantle a hyper carry, he's your guy, especially when things like effectors just are in order. Aki gets taken out though, and the Harsetti in kind.
Wants to keep
Good
that
pick for
Lytica
Magic.
alive. Phantom. So Bellion goes through instead. Like, no souls for Phantom, double the source for Magic Chi. I mean, double required. Interesting turn of events after the bans. But Magic Chi does have the free run. Here we go, round one, Magic Chi versus Phantom. Quarterfinals match 3.
Heretics will be punished.
Lytica's here, but no souls.
Time to prove my might. Make my day.
It lands all 6 debuffs on the 6 available targets. Bind is incredibly big on the Biblis, blocking out the passive, but as long as she has that Veritas artifact, we'll be able to cleanse in 3 turns. So, going to be pushing her back with the extra defense break. We're looking to stack up all the
Shall I
debuffs
give it
just
a
to
go?
sequence out the Veritas.
Back of the line with you, my God.
Preparations complete.
On Yuha,
Now it's your turn.
is that the Queen?
Time better spent elsewhere.
61.
She's a superhuman.
Okay.
Violations of combat will not be
The
tolerated.
one
No
punch
soul burn
lady.
available, so longer cooldown, but the damage should be enough to just take out the Biblis. And it is going to be an Aureus Bellion tanking it up here, and this is your one good turn with the DN.
In the eternal darkness.
Here she comes.
Have you finished your
Oh,
assignments?
Friden.
Huge tempo lead for Phantom. We still have Ruel skills available, but man, Magic Chi on the back foot already.
Somebody's in need of a thrashing.
On the extra blow. Ooh,
Is it time to draw my sword?
that's a little too
This might be a
close.
little bit too much. Yeah, we're seeing a very different scenario than the other
you
Ruel
desire?
free run match.
Yeah, Ruel's good, but she doesn't bring back everyone.
You'll be so much more.
But here we go. This is where Magic Chi has to fight back. Bellion still surviving. Can clear out a lot of those skill nullifiers. Provokes.
I'm not
Oh,
Lands
three
quite a bit.
provokes.
Unfortunately, though, he is fighting a Eula.
I think clearing the skill nullifiers all she needs to do, as Free Room was on top of the combat readiness bar. This is where the counter assault begins. You need to make a huge impact with the Free Run right now. Secret our Storm Sword with that nurse, almost stealing a turn here, but Free Run will be posturing up for the ultimate. 7,500 HP. This is a lot of damage coming in here.
Oh,
Takes out 2 members immediately.
Bring the magic.
This is where things get a little nasty. 12 souls available for Magic Chi. Now Freerin is back and ready, and Ruel perfectly protected with that S3.
A little ouchie.
Nurse has to all
Okay,
in.
hold on.
Freerin gets the one bleed.
A bunch
Oh.
of
Not enough,
Well, even
40%
on-
damage roughly.
Yeah, even on 2 bleeds, that shouldn't have finished, so RNG withstanding. Magic Chi's still standing strong here.
Pathetic. It seems
Draining those
words
souls.
aren't enough for you.
That will give
Oh,
some
and the
combat
12
ready,
souls
so
was
I'm gonna
barely
imagine.
enough to hold it down.
仕方ないね。相手するよ。
Freeman still here with the attack up.
ここで終わらせるよ。
That should take care of the Yulha.
Oh, yeah.
Good target selection. 3v1 scenario now. Freerin's in a really good spot. S skill 2 still available for the Ruel. I think Magic Chi's weathered out the storm.
Oh, doesn't even use that S2.
Are you done struggling?
Was available.
Yeah, identifies that he just doesn't need it. Might as well play a little safe here. As long as the Freerin stays alive, has 5 souls. Arya does have S3 though.
What was that? Time better
Yeah,
spent
Magic
elsewhere.
Chi being very cautious of every single turn. Will be grabbing the first win of the best of 5.
Oh man.
Magic Chi up 1.
It was almost deja vu from our first match of the day where we saw the Freerin Ruel kind of claw back the victory from the jaws of defeat. However, this time around, it looked like Phantom was making some good headway, especially off the back of that DN. No souls available for that prefect Arya, but man, the Ruel revive on Freerin just seems too much. And as Valky outlined, Bellion was there with a special kind of artifact, and I think Magic Chi just did his homework and was 100% ready for his 4 and 5 picks. Harsetti, of all things, drawing out a ban.
And it was an incredibly good read on Magic Chi's part, knowing that one of the biggest things, one of the biggest linchpins about this Nurse Yulha ML Arya tempo composition is they really need to soul burn. You need to be soul burning turn after turn after turn to keep the Arya going, and you need to soul burn the Nurse to be able to close out the free run with the bleeds. So an Arya's full tank Bellion was able to help him clutch it out. Very good read.
Magic Chi grabbing Ruel, Freeman seemed like a pretty good answer. Even Phantom couldn't really find the best solution. Arya, he tried it to limit the souls. Not quite. With the Aki getting
It's
banned.
tough.
It is tough.
He had the initiative, he had the first one, he had a ton of damage, but man, this Freeman unit just will not go down.
What's a good answer? Researcher Carrot? We'll have to see. Those burns, the bleeds.
Hey, I've seen some Bihus pop up on the ladder.
Bihu
Oh,
with
no.
the burns. The bans are okay. Banning some of the openers. Spirit Eye Celine, Sea Phantom Politis, Amid, Rinak, lots of fast characters are gone for game 2.
And I'm always really surprised. I think this is the second set in a row. Magic Chi has banned his own Sea Phantom Politis, so that speed gear has to be on a different character. Phantom does go with Hazama special, though. The first pick of Flag Bearer Sigrid. Without Nurse Yulha in the game to hold back those debuffs, she is looking scary regardless of which build path you go down.
Not a lot of Salomes coming out just yet from these two.
Uh-huh.
I don't see her on the pre-bans, right? Yeah, just not
Yeah, she's
optimal pick,
allowed.
even though Magic Chi really liked her last week. Oh, speak of the devil. And she will appear before you, Salome.
Eternal mercy dwell within.
There she is. With the Genesis Ross.
Tori.
Oh, Phantom going the Tori route.
I made
Ori on
it in
2
the nick
has
of
to mean you're
time.
picking in a tank on 3. And you know, guys, we've seen a really interesting development because in the beginning stages of this tournament, there was a lot of Arrowell in round 2, round 3. But after Estelle came out, we really started seeing more of Estelle kind of take over the role that Arrowell fills. And now after, what is it, like a round of 1-11 Estelle losses, Arrowell's made a full comeback, and we're seeing her carry these games.
Hey,
I'm telling you, she's carried
2-11.
by the... It's the frenzy effect, right? When she doesn't have that warfare, it just seems like Arwell a little bit safer. The utility very valued. We saw the barriers pay off in dividends.
Yeah, just for the record, it was 2-11. 2-12.
Oof, not a good look.
Yeah, 2 and 13 now with one more games played.
Oh, G-Clef, stop. Making it worse.
Desert Jewel Bazaar. I mean, there's a lot of barrier.
What'll happen?
Oh,
That is a legitimate pick. Desert Jewel Bazaar comes in.
Guys, it's like we're casting EpicSeven from last year. We're going for some barrier inversion plays, potentially.
I love it. We saw some insta-dead Tories.
Oh, yeah. A lot of times that was off the back of red Raws. But, like I just said, our world does have some barriers, too. We have a lot of barriers in play. So, Magic Chi cooking.
Yeah, anyone new would be saying, who is this Bazaar? This is the ML
Oh, man, I feel old.
And we do have a thing called barrier inversion, where the barrier becomes a damage. Usually, I think only a couple of Soul Weavers have that tech.
Yeah, literally only 2. You got Desert Jewel Bazaar and then
Ning
a collab character from like 3 years ago. Yeah, Ning Ning. And I don't think either one of them has been played for such a long time. Setsuka does get locked in by Phantom, so you're looking to play a very, very hefty evasion composition here. This is going to be really annoying to deal with. And of course, last pick, we're going for a debuffer. Which Iseria double denying the revives. Okay, this is going to be fairly scary as a last pick.
Yeah, that seems like a must ban to me. With RV Ross on the left. Interesting how all the old characters are popping out.
Twisted fate.
New Moon on the left
we saw
side now.
Oxalots as well. It's funny also, people were mentioning that Ivana might kind of be like the new DJB. She provides immunity, has some CR push, but before she's available, we have the Desert Jewel Bazaar make a debut here in E7 Masters.
And he's a guaranteed on third pick along with the ROL. So, oh, Ben Tori! Is
okay.
this okay? Setsuka Briarwitch?
Oh, this is going to be interesting. Magic Chi takes out the hyper carry and he just says, yeah, I'll take the rest of your composition here. So going to stall out a lot of the tempo from Phantom as you ban the biggest damage dealer. As long as your hits land, Setsuka does not get those evasions off. I think that's the game plan Magic Chi is going for.
That's what the band tells us.
As you come
Magic Chi up one. Salome starting. This is a fast Salome. And a tanky.
Yeah, it's not fair, man. This character
27k
has some powerful S3s, 27k health, and so fast.
Copy.
The rest of her kit too, besides the copy, is amazing as well.
I'll set the pace.
Secret.
Magic Chi. Utility play.
Everyone. Where the banner leads, you follow.
Let's look for some chances. 6-4.
Me if you get hurt.
Here's the real secret.
Right here.
Real Sigrid has to be wondering, does she have enough effectiveness to tag this Desert Jewel Bazaar? Phantom's going for it slightly behind.
Sits on top.
Ah, the DJB tech.
Hello, Bazaar.
Losing to
Ready to roar.
is an
Wants to save that inversion for some bigger payoffs off to just rip the S3.
Immunity on T.
Shall we end this?
And we get the Genesis Ross as well. Now, a lot of people in chat might lead you to believe this Fear is a fake debuff. It gets cleansed away by itself all the time. But one thing it's incredibly good at is stopping characters from counterattacking, like the Setsuka right here. However, the miss will rob Genesis Ross of the extra turn, so slightly stalling out the pace of the match.
On Salome with the effectiveness buff.
I'll be your opponent.
Oh, gets
Only
a
the
strip
strip.
and no stun.
Here is Arvita Vildred.
and with our spirits.
Some damage in.
I have been waiting. Grant
Collapse.
us mercy.
And the defense ring on Secret.
darling.
You think you can stop me? You?
Let's go!
Sometimes even I'm amazed.
Take some
There
extra
we go,
damage.
extra turn, bear inversion.
And also the
Another
stun!
to overcome.
BJB is back.
That's right, the OGS1 has stun.
And with that stun, I think almost every single character is stalled out for Phantom. Setsuko will be able to get the self-cleanse off of that fear. Will not be lasting very long. S3 does go, but 3 blinds, not the worst. Decent value. Genesis Ross does escape that fate, however.
Have mercy.
We talked about the speed on the Salome already. Her S2 is back, locked and loaded. If she gets back to her turn, RB up to bat.
First the fear, now the question mark on Soulbird.
Lands 2 crits, 1 counterattack, and the lethal covers. RB goes down, no revive.
Phantom is back. Oh my goodness, just like that.
Trust me.
And another miss. Yikes.
I command thee.
We're sending it.
Perish.
30k Genesis Rush! Holy Sacrifice on the bottom, misses!
My guard down.
Did I hold you up too long?
But Briar Witch is still standing with immortality.
You will all disappear from my sight.
Unfortunately, that Holy Sacrifice will not be coming into play, and Briar Witch finally gets the turn here, lands the lone defense break onto the Salome. Oh man. Does still get another clone turn though. This is gonna get a bit weird.
Is it time?
Double G-Ross.
That's unfair.
This is my mission. And your fate.
That's a hit!
Second time
Get the
charm.
damage through. GG.
Magic T! Second time to charm. Gets it done 2-0.
Oh man. Phantom was getting away with murder there. Magic Chi though, that's the strength of Salome. She has so much speed. She got back to another S2, and if the first Roz misses, the second one surely won't. What a close match regardless.
Now, we started with a very fast Salome. First of all, with a whole lot of HP. Wow, must have been some good gearing on that Salome for Magic Chi.
I know you guys like to give Hazamari a lot of credit for being an android, but Magic Chi is one of those players that's been playing this turn counting playstyle for such a long time. I almost couldn't believe it when Briar Witch Iceria made it through the draft. I guess he just counted enough turns and he went, yeah, I think my draft is ahead enough that Ross doesn't need a second life. And Arbiter Mildred, nah, that guy's fine. We don't need the revives. I can play through this.
He also got his worth for
you're not wrong.
Not getting the Holy Sack on ROL on Phantom's own side. Oh. Yeah, Phantom must have not thought about getting the Tory banned. But here we go. Round 3. Biblis, Diane, Frieden. Hard City added to the pre-bans. Phantom starting. With so many heroes, an A+ S tier, it's really hard to ban everything and think about it. Rika first pick? What?
That's a statement from Phantom, setting the pace of the game. Magic Chi though, he's just been so on point. Now, this is, round 3 of Lunatic, and he has second pick position, so not going to be an easy one, but I've been so impressed with how cool, calm, and calculated he's been, delivering these drafts against calibered opponents like Phantom.
You're right. 2-0, so Magic Chi's got some room. Yes, Val.
Yeah, and this is a very strong read on Phantom's part. That Salome last match was incredibly fast, so Phantom has to be running the calculations himself, knowing that Magic Chi is down his fastest set of gear. Salome, that's Magic Chi's top speed. Without his top speed, I can absolutely go over the top. So he's looking to take aggression and make sure he just runs away with the rest of the series. If he could do that, that is his only path to a reverse sweep.
Yeah, that's a really good read on the series game plan for Phantom. The Magic Chi might be slowing down a bit with Yulha. Estelle?
Oh no, he didn't hear G-Clef that she's 2-13 right now.
Hey, it depends. Who's using her?
I mean, maybe he knows, but I mean, what other knights do you opt for at this point? If you go Empyrean Ilanov, you're way too stalled out. Arrowell's already out. You ban Boss Arunka already. There's not that many options left unless you start looking at lower tiers. And I mean, in a top 8 cut, good players will punish that all day.
Well, speaking of good players and how well Magic G's been playing, boys, one other thing he could do here, not saying like he's going to sandbag, but plan for the next round. If Phantom has an insane advantage here, he could kind of just take units prepping for the Lunatic. You know, make sure his round 4 is going to be especially strong. He has such a leeway in the lead that he can kind of breathe a little easier here.
There's a chance of that too, since you're 2-0 in the lead. But you certainly do want to grab the win now. And there has been some chop throughs with, I believe, Gala Lilius last week.
Yep.
Desire always
Arya
exacts
and
its toll.
Flan. Phantom looking to finish this game fast.
I think Magic's wondering, not going to be getting that full combo of the Nurse Yoha as with the ML Arya, so now he needs to find something that's going to get him through these debuffs. Designer Lilibet, decent pick here, but going to be quite scary into the Lidica as well as the Pirate Captain Flan. There's going to be a lot of debuffs, but they also drain her fighting spirit, so could be a high risk, high reward play.
Lilibet against all the debuffs coming through. I mean, she can do a good chunk of AoE and possibly
Is it
even
my
take.
time to shine?
Oh,
It's locked in.
3.
It's very effective against Pirate Captain Flan. There are some resource reduction, however, it's a little awkward. We'll have to see what the players decide to do in terms of their skill orders and kind of how they can combat each other's counters.
And some
The
anti-cleave
Monarch lock
counters.
in there as well. We're looking to counterplay all of these AoEs and combat readiness push either the Nurse or the Designer. So going to just lay down a whole minefield and just wait for Phantom to walk over.
And I think that's one of Magic G's specialties. He really did that so well against 1080-50 in the previous set.
Fall to despair.
Looking for a sword to chop that Estelle down. Strays could be the answer.
Phantom's already laid the groundwork for a lot of the debuffs, so now all he needs are these heavy hitters like the Strays, maybe a BBK, maybe an Arbiter Vildred if he wasn't already banned. So just need the high damage characters to close out the set, and it's going to be MLTU. Wow, we're looking to play fully into the pushback.
Okay, yeah, a lot of damage. Gonna have those debuffs set up, that combat readiness to activate this guy. If he gets through, a lot of times he does get banned out on 5, because when he comes out in that position, he's just so hard to deal with.
And Ruel to finish off. To round things out for some balance. Protection, revives. Yeah, when there's that much damage from Phantom. Ruel ban, Taeyu ban. We're left with lots of counters, reactions on the left.
Yeah, it'll come down to how effective this Designer Lilibet is.
Sometimes D-Libet just stitches and S3s and the game's over. She does damage. Phantom might have to be careful. And think about what he lands, how fast he can be. Game 3, Magic Cheese on a match point. Full immunity.
I will fight until the end. Beautiful.
But doesn't matter.
It won't. Only by the will of the goddess.
This Lidica.
Not only does she land every debuff off that first turn, but also robs these characters of their fighting spirit. Designer Lilibet does make a slight recovery, but as we can see, it doesn't matter. She gets pushed all the way back. Pirate Captain Flan with the follow-up. We're looking to just put all the bombs down, all the debuffs down. Oh man, that's the straight turn.
Double
this
stitches.
is gonna hurt.
But the Strays is here.
Holy!
The defense breaks.
Your move fast approaches.
And this should
I will
clean
test your
most of the left side.
Beat me in a million years.
Delivet finally gets a turn, but seems like a lot of things are different now.
You'll pay for the dress you ruined.
Here's the S3 for the push,
With your life.
but skill knows, deleting the damage.
Your assignments.
Yeah, and I think that Yola we needed to make a comeback, but this soul burn punch surely will be enough to take her out.
From the school?
In this world, nothing comes for free.
And as the Aria gets closed down, no revives for Magic Chi. Bomb damage comes through. Designer Lilibet is put in a pinch.
This is his Phantom show.
I am the
Game
genius
3.
responsible.
The previous champion strikes back. Oh man.
Right, signs of life coming from Phantom. Yeah, the designer Lilibet tried her hardest to kind of make a comeback there. You saw her pushing through the turn meter, but that Litica 100% combat readiness pushback, a little bit too much for her to climb back in. And then when that the Stealth died, especially too, from that Strays S3, a lot of the debuffs were lost, so she couldn't get that cut, couldn't save that Eula. Maybe there was a play there where she could have revived, but it was just too much of an onslaught in the early turns. Well played to Phantom.
Yeah, designer Lilibet needs a promotion now. She needs to be off of that designer role. Oh, the pushback was real from Litica. Yes, Bob?
Yeah, and you can definitely see this is one of those drafts Phantom has practiced, and that tells you the level of prep these players are coming into this tournament with. Not only have they practiced their first game, their second game, the what-if scenarios, even in the third game, Phantom knew exactly what his win conditions were, and he even knew with the disciplinary prefect Aria, just punch out the nurse and you have magic on the closeout.
Game 4, top model Tori, G. Ross, Salome band. So lots of game 2
You have to take out that
stand
Salome from Magic Chi. Absolute terror. Do not want her to go.
Top model, that's a snipe. Cigarette.
Shall we burn some rubber?
Very strong unit. G-Ra's also not on the table, so debuff's even more threatening. Ooh, that was a quick. Yeah, that was a quick fire flam from Phantom. He's ready.
Afternoon Soak Flan, that early.
%100% win rate, right? Oh wait, did Omega? Who was the one that picked it earlier, G-Clef?
Holy.
That might have been a loss, I think. That might have been her first loss earlier.
Yeah, that was the first loss. Flan's first loss. Coley, so Phantom is gearing up. He's putting gas in. Just in case.
With these prices?
I mean, the gas price is still pretty high.
He's gonna get the winner's prize pool to fund the gas bill. Phantom, I see you.
Maybe go to the cash only gas prices. And then
gotta save what you can.
Uh-huh.
I think the issue here is Magic needs to be able to defend against a cleave. Phantom already showed his hand. Normally in the first 2 picks, players play very closely to their chest. They don't want to show if they're going speed or if they're going tank, but Zio snatched up. So Magic just says, nah, you don't get a cleave. I get a cleave.
Yeah, Magic smelled it. I mean, the gas
Lots of
does
smelling
smell
going on today,
Yeah,
boys.
lots of gas. I know what gas smells like. Not free rent though. I don't know how Valky knows that.
Yeah, Val.
I mean, it's blue moon weed, guys. Come on.
You smell magic, right? Yes. The smell of magic. Speaking of magic, New Moon Luna.
Yeah, Phantom needs to pick something that a Zio cannot shut down on this pick. So New Moon Luna with the effect nullifier does in fact qualify. And with so many openers pre-banned, I was gonna say no better openers, but you could always just pivot, I suppose. Afternoon So Flam, very strong character, and you never really mind pivoting with her. But I don't know how a tactical archetype Coley would feel about that.
May I play you something?
Locking souls. So limiting some of what Zio can do.
Oh, interesting picks here
Dare
from
block
Phantom.
my way?
I think that Zio really kind of threw him for a loop. He's digging deep, goes for a Bellion and a Lone Wolf pair on 4.
more evasion?
Oh, hovering and Death Dealer Ray. Shout out KHM. Very popular draft here if he does lock it in.
Do you smell that?
DDR.
That's the
And that is
smell
going to
of
be a
death.
yes.
If you sleep, you can't dodge. E7.
Yeah, the Zeal could enable the Death Dealer Ray to make a cut in and open for him. Phantom showing some speed. That could be some counterplay on the side of Magic Chi.
Oh, Summer Break Charlotte. We've seen some dual attacks last week.
You're not supposed to go outside.
Locks it in.
And it could get scary.
It's almost summertime.
I'm smelling some tuna. You guys smell that?
Oh yes, it's on.
Caught a big
bag.
one?
Oh, excuse me. It's a marlin, a swordfish.
I had tuna last night,
Smell
so
it.
it's
Smells a
all
little
good.
off.
Whoa.
Acates.
Hold up.
Acades.
I mean, Phantom could go for a variety of picks here, but I think Magic Chi's got a very solid top 4 draft. Bunny Dominion will be looking to shut down extra turns, so likely banning the Summer Break Charlotte, letting the Ray through, as it looks like.
And the bunny ban on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We kind of developed our draft around that, so get her out of here.
Yeah, big risk. Letting that passive through from the Moon Bunny. So Magic Chi starting some debuff. Oh, actually a lot of debuff with some damage on RV. Trying to lock those evasions. If we still see some misses on the right, then we have issues. That's what I'm feeling. Here he goes. Phantom still down 1-2. Magic Chi can close us off here.
Dare defy me?
2-1.
Emperor?
Round 4. Oh, some chat already calling GG left side win. Really?
Can't you tell
That's
who
a
I
miss.
am?
Ooh, and Zio does push up the Flag Sigret. And normally this is a structure where you're using the Zio to boost the Death Dealer Ray on an artifact like Queen's Whistle, but here you boost up the Sigret, let her push everything else back. Natural turn order will do its thing.
Oh,
Four
you're an
fears.
excellent specimen.
Magic
This
Chi.
won't
All
hurt
things
a
going his
bit.
way so far. Rip at the potion vial.
I guarantee it.
Bringing the crowds.
Life or death.
Venom.
Pick your poison. Trust me, I'm a
Is that
doctor.
every debuff?
Insignificant.
Goodness.
I
Now
think
to
so.
pair up with RV.
Witness my power.
Witness his power.
Oh my goodness, that's a cleanup!
Stand against
Magic Chi moves up to the semifinals with a 3-1. Bringing the
Oh
previous
my
champion, one of the previous
God.
champions, down to the ground. Say goodbye to Phantom.
Yeah, Phantom he didn't even get to play. My God. What a statement from Magic Chi. We've been saying this guy's just been drafting so well, even in the previous match. Maybe he was kind of just setting up a victory here, because Phantom definitely no slouch. But wow, that was convincing.
That was clean. Nothing but the net right there. This is the 2026 version Arbiter Vildred.
And this is definitely experience coming through on the side of Magic Chi here. Knowing his win condition, Death Dealer Ray puts every character to sleep. And even if your character has evasion, they are going to get hit if they can't dodge.
Will not be tolerated.
Yeah, only makes sense. EpicSeven, a very logical game. If you're sleeping, you can't dodge.
Yeah, very logical indeed. Especially like these school counselors just punching people through buildings and elves flying around. But look at this game 1. Magic Chi. The free run still unbeatable.
Yeah, free run logic, magic might be off the logical table.
Yeah, at that point, it's not video game logic anymore. You need anime logic in order to beat that. And, oh man, look at the amount of damage this Arbiter Vildred did across all his matches. Even if he gets dropped right here, no revive. He's just laying the groundwork for the Roz to be able to close it out.
Magic Chi in the semis, guys.
Hold up, not the Roz closeout. It's the double Roz.
That's right, that's right.
This is my mission. And your fate.
Boom. False Prophet has appeared and cleans up the table. Magic Key up 2-0.
Funny how the new Ross is paired up with one of the oldest, TJB and RV.
True. Salome as well, the new versus old. Here we go. This is where Phantom, Signs of Life. Look at the Strays damage. Yes, 2 Soul Burn. Off the back of the defense break. Poor Dillibeck could not push enough in time. And here comes another punch.
Yeah, some of these drafts were so dominant. It just seems when we go in, it's just one-sided.
And this was just the advantage of first pick. Very good identified by Phantom with so many openers pre-banned. If you just grab the 2 fastest characters left with good utility, not a whole lot Magic Key can do to fight back.
Don't blink.
Who still remains? Who could stand against?
Well calculated. And we go straight to our next match. Tetsu is here. Another very fast gears available for this player. There's a lot of free run, a lot of Koli, Salome. Some good tech coming out from Tetsu.
Yeah, Tetsu is known as the player who invented the free run hyper carry playstyle. But coming into a top 8 cut match, I'm expecting a strong player like Keith to just either be able to steal it away from him or target ban it from him. But don't count him out just yet, guys. We saw from last week, his Salome was nothing to shrug at.
While we were on Tetsu, I just want to say, if you haven't seen the set from last week, where it was Tetsu vs. Meowmix, guys, make sure y'all watch the VOD. Go find it on YouTube. It was hype. No spoilers. You need to check it out if you missed it somehow. But speaking of Keith, this guy is a monster. 3-0 over Rosian. Saw a lot of Biblis, some Estelle, a lot of G-Roz, another very flexible player, and I think this is one of G-Clef's favorites in the group stages. This guy looks so clean.
Really good.
And both players are some of the best to ever do it in the entire game, but this is your BuzzFeed matchup of the day because this is a $100 account versus a $100,000 account. So the advantage is definitely in the hands of Keith because you see that speed badge there. You know he is fast. He has the absolute advantage. So what does Tetsu need to do in order to flip the matchup on him and come out with the win?
Let's see if we get to see Lily today.
Ooh, close predictions again.
Global versus Asia. Here we go.
I'm a little scared for Tetsu, guys. I know he's super strong, one of the smartest players. But man, look at that badge on Keith's side.
I mean, if the relative record is anything to go by, it at least tells you Tetsu is strong enough to be able to consistently take good characters away from Keith. But as the series drag on and your roster becomes a huge advantage, I wonder if Tetsu still be able to hold it down.
Our city late of the scales, Biblis, Notos are banned out.
Let's bet on who's faster, yeah?
Boss Arunka. First pick.
Arunka.
As you command.
Still pick Salome. With Boss Arunka on the other side.
We've seen players like Tetsu, a lot of players actually just have to develop a draft where if they want to leave a Boss Arunka, they'll just need some damage on their own side. Something like a free run. We've seen Strays. I know Tetsu pulled that out actually last week versus Meowmix.
You be careful now, okay?
Okay. School Nurse Yulha.
Who are you
Uh-oh,
people?
gotta be careful. This Celine, Tetsu showed us the Aki. Actually came over the top of the Celine plus Christie combo. This time around, though, I think it's gonna be a little different. Renock and Ruel potentially,
I'm
just
sure
a much
Fortune
safer
will be on
draft.
our side today as well.
Very safe.
Yeah,
Well-
solid combo there. Not only are you bring the splash damage with the Renock, but you're able to recover any unit lost with that Ruel, and on top of that, you're also denying another reviver from that Spirit Eye Celine pipeline. Keith here, almost looking like he's thinking, can I go over the top? Can I take double openers here?
Our Captain Plan will be behind that Barunka. Oh? Bit of a switch up.
Hold up.
Luluka can bring in some extinction.
he wants something fast and something that kind of deals with the recursion, the revives on the side of Tetsu. Plan more for debuffs, instead locks in the top model Luluka.
Oh man.
I'm just
Will there
doing
be
my
enough
part.
damage? Oh, even Infinite Horizon Hades against the debuff. Some massive CR push on one.
Yeah, the Acades there is very interesting, just telegraphing that he's looking to stabilize any amount of tempo loss from being pushed back by the Renak, by that DN. And Tetsu, I think, is just doubling up on the combat readiness manipulation here. He locks in the flag, but could also be going in for more damage. Keep in mind, Boss Arunka, if she does make it through the draft, well, hold clone, RB makes it. Could be him going for more damage
really the
there.
reason. Boss Arunka plus Selena is just such a mountain to kind of climb over. You have that hyper carry protected, can't target her, so we need some reach available. RB will give us that. Instead, we lose the DN. Top model Luluka taken out.
Slightly less or more, depending on what Salome copies into. Last match for the quarterfinals. That's the versus Keith. Round 1, Renak.
I can take you in my sleep. Consider
Flash
this
through,
an
Pilfer.
honor. Trying to get
Soften
away
up
or-
this Boss Arunka in the front.
Brace yourself. If you don't mind.
More than half
Trust
HP
in
gone.
my power.
The spiritual energy here.
Uh-oh.
What are you looking at?
Has some extra soul.
Ball.
Be careful.
Oh, that was almost a kill.
This Ruel can try, but she's already being pressured so much.
This ill-fated relationship.
Fortunately, though,
between
does
us
survive the first hit, so Spirit Iceling does need to put up the immortality buffs just to hold her team back down.
Yeah, that possession also going to kind of deter RB potentially from pressing too many buttons. But if he wants to get that reach, he's going to have to press. Yula finishing the job. That's the first revive down for Ruel.
Goddess.
And you're going to have to invest a little bit in protecting the Ruel. Self-skill 2 comes out. We're making sure she at least survives another couple of hits. Hopefully weather out the Spirit Iceling storm.
This way.
Daring today.
Still standing.
Oh, barely lived that.
Barely had like 100 or something. Was healed back.
That was a pixel, then got healed on top. Also ripping that skill 3.
On Salome.
Sorry.
I'll be your opponent.
RV's here.
This is going to get scary. Boss Arunka's already pilfered out of her stats, and she's on a smidge of HP.
Dark Blade.
He's sending it. Meet the counter. Get the dodge.
I will control this power. I can do it.
10k, a lot of damage. Might as well just press it now, or
S1 has some utility as well, though, and he does go for it. Lands the stun. Heads up play from Keith.
worth a lot more.
And that's the difference between good players and great players. They don't waste a single turn. They don't want to blow a skill unless they have to. And if they ever get the chance, I mean, you just fish for a winning play like that, right?
In the blink of an eye.
Celine still standing on the back.
This out.
Man, the value from the Cicades, that push up onto the Celine, those early turns, getting that stun to lock down that Salome. She didn't press early because she wanted to get better value. Big pickup from Keith.
These stunts on S1.
No need to be alarmed.
Actually making a lot
Another
of changes.
push up.
Spiritual energy here.
Rel does have her
What are you
S3.
looking at?
Soulburn, we're closing out the RB.
Be careful.
He gets the revive, gets a refresh on the buff, but this is where
Is he sending it
Spirit Eye
again?
Celine Anchor gets real
Wandering
deadly.
souls.
Oh, S3 is available. Already
Again?
back. Holy mama. That's why she's so
Yeah,
broken.
with the
Every
amount of
kill,
soul
every
burns
turn.
and the combat readiness push from that Acades, wouldn't think it, but man, she already made it back to another cast of her ultimate.
Descending blade.
Might as well. Bring in the purples.
I make this painless. Will you hurt my family?
The heal's on.
The RB barely hangs on, but gets knocked out by the Boss Ruka S1. That, I mean, it's a wet pool noodle, but going to be able to just close out an Arbiter Vildred.
Hey, get hit with a signpost like that, you'd go down
I'm sure
too.
fortune will be on our side today as well.
Revive turn.
I swear.
That's keeping the dream
Will
alive.
occur.
On Salome.
Control this power.
Yeah, she still has full skills available.
Do it.
Opted S1 early. Stun her again. Oh god, I thought I
Cast
cursed
the
it.
curse.
Yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good.
What is it?
You know what, guys, let's just say the Sweet Miracle was up anyway, you know?
Forgetting something?
Okay.
Oh, true, true, true.
And no, we'll not be cloning the Ruel to get the RB back, but instead, we're just going to go for the win here. Getting the Renog S3 through.
Boom!
Someone needs to be made an
Oh,
example of.
Yuha is still standing.
Oh, look at the Renox, locked and loaded. Has S2 into S3 available.
First come, first serve.
Will I be enough? Come on, impress me.
Doesn't have her S3 yet.
Could get a double kill. The Celine though, still in immortality.
Point in struggling. Let my guard down. Ballsy, aren't we?
Yeah, this Bossa Ruka in the front.
Cowardly tricks. Too bad, cause I'm.
I think
How long
with
can
this
this world,
ultimate, Boss Ruka and Nurse Yolha will be going down.
Who are you people?
And now Spirit Eye Celine, despite having immortality, is stuck in a spot. She's 3 turns away from her revive, not enough souls,
are you
and no
looking at?
targets to kill here. Going to be soul burning herself out, but
I've got this.
I think Tetsu might have this.
Yeah, 900
In
HP.
the blink of an eye.
Oh, most definitely. Trying to get some life steal.
Another
Get
miss
rid of
from
that
the
blindy
blind.
buff.
Uh-huh.
But look at this. So many units ready to go.
Salome
Please.
Leave it to me.
brings in the party. Tetsu with the first win.
We won. We really did it.
Wow. Finally gets to go through that Bossa Ruka.
Yeah, that was a great match. It was going back and forth. Keith's Infinite Horizon Acades was trying to make a comeback there, really debilitating what Tetsu wanted to do early on. But man, once again, the power of Ruel. I feel like Arby really didn't do too much. Unfortunately, it was a bad matchup. But Ruel, Renock, and then the Salome comeback, copying the Renock too,
Yeah, good
was enough
game.
gas to finish off Keith.
It felt like you saw like some high quality mini chess in a way for both players.
100%.
And that's the type of play Salome enables, because while we all know, yes, Ruel revives Salome, Salome clones Ruel, and you revive your last member, Tetsu actually just strayed from the norm, and he went for the winning play of the double Renog ultimate, getting the stealth and then forcing the Spirit Eye Celine to just kind of crash over and over onto a target she cannot kill. That was very, very well played. But this is where the series truly begin, guys, because we know Tetsu can take wins off of Keith, but can he do it without his best built characters? This is what it means to be a top player when you're low spending.
Oh, yes, Doki. Without Zio, no Belian, no Amid, and even no free rent for Tetsu. Actually, Arbiter Vildred's win rate is going up and up through the tournament.
Is it?
Yes.
What's it at right now?
It was 66.6%. Now it's closer to 70% now.
Oh my god, that is huge.
Yeah, it's going high, as high as his evasion rates.
Well said.
Maybe the
Estelle,
chances.
speaking of win
First
rates, this is
pick?
the opposite.
Uh-huh.
This is the 30 versus the 70.
I
Helion
literally
Lua.
just did my nails.
Did you make a comeback?
Wow, both players hovering an opener on second pick. That's definitely not something we've seen very often, is it, huh?
Oh, usually on third or the first.
And one thing I want to say, I know Valk, you said this in the past, but we've seen a lot of like low spenders throughout E7's history in these big tournaments. A lot of them gravitate towards this Helion Lua character. I think it's just, she kind of exemplifies that even as a low spender without crazy speed, if you can kind of develop a draft, she really runs away with matches. That being said, against players of Keith's caliber, we've also seen her kind of fall flat. So could be a risky play from Tetsu.
Secret and
Heretics will be
an
punished.
opener, Lidica, the buffed up Lidica.
And Risky is right. Against the Flag Cigarette, you do have the Knights, the protection set, in order to buff stack, but Lidica is a full strip, and Tetsu here already all-inning on the combat readiness manipulation. Yufine cuts Lidica's turns in half, and on top of that, he gets ML Payra for himself. So not only are you cleansing through the debuffs, but you're catching back up against a faster player. Is it going to be enough to beat a free run draft, though? Ooh, that leaves a very big question up in the air, doesn't it?
I saw Ruiz on the screen, Valky, and I didn't hear anything you said.
But
I'm sure it was insightful.
Same.
Jokes aside, let's see what Keith develops here on his fourth pick. Hoping Witch of the Mirror. He already has kind of the initiative.
Oh, did Keith do the resistance check already? W10A already has free run. The Tori would be excessive amount of damage.
So nervous.
Okay. Oh,
Let's
Festive
begin.
Ida.
Oh,
Tetsu
that
seems
Festive Ida is
ready.
not making it through the draft, guys. She's a little too good here.
Yeah, Tetsu seemed like he's ready. The counter picks at the speed.
They were quick.
Oh, they were quick, really quick. Even the ban. Keith is like, what do I ban here? Lua?
Yeah, if you see your opponent picking like that, you're like, was I a little too predictable? Did he plan this? That was a little too fast.
Tenebria ban and Festive Ida banned out against the anti-cleave. The Tori free ran, there's a whole lot of damage, but, you know, a little less protection on the team here. There's Helion Lua.
Gonna have to watch out for a potential photogenic Tori that could rip right through the Estelle mitigation.
Aha.
But I do like what Tetsu kind of developed with the Lone Wolf Para. This a Yufine, here we go.
Round two.
Make my
Lidica
day.
certainly faster from Keith. The barrier on the left.
Time to
Protection.
bring this fight to an end.
Wow, 1 stacks of souls. He doesn't go for the restrict play, but instead just pushes up the Flag Cigarette. We're looking to push everything back here. Does it land?
Follow.
The cigarette. All good to go for Keith.
I've prepared a gift for all of you.
That's insane.
I hope they like it. I tried my best.
And the GG's called.
Proud of me?
Nope. No damage has been done. But the game's over.
I respect it.
Emotional
Let's go
damage
next.
is quite big in EpicSeven.
True. Well, I mean, there's not much to talk about. I think we kind of discussed, you know, maybe lower spenders have to kind of pick other units. But Helion Lua, one of the weaknesses, your opponent can kind of come over the top. And as we saw, Lidica, one of those threatening units, just so fast, really locking down that utility you wanted to bring to let yourself play the game. But as soon as Tetsu saw that, he wants to save that mental effort and just go next.
And you really got to hand it to Keith. We've been talking all night about when players tech their builds. We were expecting, and I'm sure Tetsu was expecting, Keith to be on Renewed Will Litica. So when you AoE, you're pushing your entire team up, but instead he just skips the AoE, bypassing that Abyssal Yuffie third pick ban protection play, gets the push, and then just pushes the back character and lets the flag take over. That was very well played by Keith. Good read.
What is this stat screen?
It's an early kill.
Victory on the right, nothing has been done, and Estelle somehow recovered, but a loss.
It was like an anime. They did a battle in their mind. That's all. He already knew it was over.
Oh, right away, more ban from Tetsu. Are we seeing some counter attacks? Boss Haruka at the end added to the ban from Keith. Salome. Finally a first pick for Tetsu.
Oh yeah. Timothy Salome makes the field from Tetsu's side. How does Keith answer here? First pick, as we've seen, very powerful in this format.
Uh-oh. We're living in a day where we see Arvir Vildred hover in one and it can be locked. It's not a joke anymore. Uh-oh.
Keith is cycling through his Dark Thieves, but Arbiter does get locked in. I mean, he's a very legitimate pick. We saw how much of a damage threat he is. Locks in both Dark Thieves, in fact, but he does once again let Tetsu have that deadly combo of the Salome Ruel. I mean, you have to break it up. How many times does that combo need to ruin your game plan before you go, yeah, enough of that. I don't want to deal with Salome Ruel.
Wait. Slow down the picks a little bit. Let me write the hero names down. A little too fast.
Hey, these guys wait for nobody. Keith, double Vildred. We've seen this win in the past.
And we know Keith is faster, so if this does get locked in, I think Tetsu might be in a bit of trouble there.
Blue Flan?
My actions will prove my work.
Nah, surely he's just gonna go with double speed imprint, or at least a single one for now.
Yeah, I went with the newer model, the up-to-date.
Blue Flan could have been really cool for some defense breaks. Setsuka. The RV Cleave. Full activator. Feeling confident about Rinox's start.
I vow my life to you.
Setsuka, Dragon, Bright Sunny. So Tetsu's completely pivoted off of going speed here, and now he's playing fully defense. With Ruel, Salome, and Setsuka, it's not looking too bad, but Keith does have almost every single opener and utility he wants. Ooh, hovering that Aki as well, and we've seen how much damage that guy can do.
Roman.
Shall we go?
Green
they're
Vildred.
back.
The double
twins.
team.
And I'm not talking about Rihanna and Lucella.
Those sisters, I'm scared when they will soon come into EpicSeven. Keith, 2 imprints, so the speed won't be matching. Are there a Vildred ban? Oh.
Had some light units, maybe just predicted as a little too much damage coming from the side of Keith.
And Dragon Senya
It's a
removing
very good ban on Tetsu's part. Taking out the stickiest anchor Keith got. So just hoping your Setsuka gets the job done. If you evade enough times, I mean, she carries the game. This is one of the primary ways, if you're a budget player, you're going to be able to take games off of whales.
We'll see if we move.
Let's do this.
This top model.
Don't take your eyes off me. You're not scared, are you? You're not bad.
Going for Ruel. Did you get the job done?
This is a gear check.
Oh!
Extinction!
If they won't get out of the way.
That was the ban from Keith. Takes out the Knight.
I think the
Free
damage
reign
was
right now.
just enough.
Victory.
Oh yeah, and he's not done yet.
The second one down.
Shall I give it a go? A little ouchies.
Field experience is crucial.
Cody's here. Bringing the bullets.
Your attack pattern.
Overload.
Dropping the ultimate. This is the big turn. This is what it comes down to.
Uh-oh.
Immunity's
Salome
still
has a
on.
lot of options here for Tetsu.
Yulha.
Yeah, he's gonna revive.
Oh, we know where this is going, don't we? Oh boy.
You revived the revived character?
Time to be.
Yup, and your revived character revives your win condition. You get
Oh,
your
it's
whole
Renat.
team back. No, he just skips the Ruel. He says,
Time to
nah, the
Again.
Renat's better. Let's just get the speed buff too. Kill first the nurse Yulha.
Oh.
There he has the one by Tetsu.
Things to Ash.
You don't get to,
GG's!
don't get to see the explosion. The Tetsu does win because it's extincted.
Boys, didn't we already see?
That's right, that's right.
Wasn't it Tetsu that showed us?
Does in fact do that.
Yeah. Well played, man. Salome, this unit is so good. Takoli didn't land, and she was able to kind of bring it back for Keith. Keith had an all-in draft there, and as soon as those the Takoli sort of flopped around, yeah, he kind of knew. He threw in the towel. Very quick yields from both these players, saving that mental energy.
I cheated from chat. I actually forgot about the extinction. even after reading it on the screen because I was so excited. Excuse us for that.
Yeah,
for a
I was
second.
too hyped, man.
We sometimes we get too hyped and too excited, and the chat, you guys have like 4,000 brains together. We only have 3. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
the
chat's on
moment
point
the
a lot of
cold
time,
house
man.
lethal on both of those, my brain was going off.
yeah, and sometimes the 3 brain turns into like 1 brain only. Do excuse us for that. But 2-1, Tetsu.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
No free run anymore, and no Lidica.
Don't blame me.
He wants to finish this right now.
It's really better for Tetsu to kind of close this out sooner than
Those
later,
on
but
body shall
as we
step
discussed
aside.
before, the more the matches go on, I think it favors Keith. You saw the badgies hovering on his portrait. Definitely a geared demon. Tetsu, though, has been playing out of his mind between the
defense.
drafts and the decision-making. He is on point.
Man, the first pick cigarettes. These players are just loving these options. Green Yula?
Surely not this
Man.
early. Seen her taken as a counter pick versus like Freerin.
Oh, Keith. Might be up to something else. With this many pre-bans, I think it's time to really focus now. Says!
Surf's up.
Specimen says. Balky, are you alive? What's going on out there?
Yeah, I'm really just trying to read into Keith's mindset. Do you think maybe he was a little bit thrown off? I mean, Tetsu is drafting so fast. And if you are a regular RTA player, if your opponent is picking pick, boom, boom,
Let you pass.
you're putting your opponent in a really tough spot.
Uh-huh.
And Christy once again on 3. We're just looking to outplay these debuffs coming in from the Pirate Captain flank as well as
Gotta watch out for Aki, though.
Like Sigrid.
Tetsu showed that you can use Aki versus a Spirit Eye Celine Christy combo. I don't know if Keith has the draft available for it, though.
The Celine can also be the ban.
That's also a very good point. A lot of times you see Spirit Eye Celine on the 3rd as that hyper carry protection. So it's a little bit of a different scenario here. Keith going through the options. What has he got?
You know, Tetsu's just leaving himself one more pick for another hyper carry. So Keith, no matter what, just needs to find an airtight strategy that lets him get this turn through and just absolutely blow up Tetsu. That has to be the game plan.
Scrolling through this many usually wasn't a great sign in history.
Light the world with
Rays.
Unless your name is Hazama Ray.
Yeah, that name's a little different.
There's no mercy.
Okay, hyper carry. What do we have available? Lone Crest Bologna, Iseria.
Who were you again?
There it is.
Good read, Monarch.
Area is the pick. So much defense penetration for Keith. I mean, you take a character that has penetration resistance built into their passive. I see no problem with that game plan.
Tetsu on the match point. Keith all the way here, top 8. Oh, and the 5th pick stayed.
Okay.
Katie's spanning a cigarette.
Yeah, that Acadi's value, the turn meter push, could really throw a wrench in Keith's game plan. A very all-in strategy. He needs to get an early lead fast.
Can Tetsu do it? Or Keith with this lineup?
So I think this match has come down to one thing, which is that Pirate Captain flank going to Omega Gear Gap Tetsu's Christie? I suppose we'll find out in this match, fellas.
Desire always
Land
exacts
so fast.
everything.
Skin is so good too, man. Shout out the art team. Here we go.
2 bombs?
Only one set of bombs landing, though. That's not really a good look. You don't want to see that if you're Keith. Oh, and the Sea Phantom is getting the push. Strays goes over the top.
Oh!
Big damage already. Fracture stacks adding up.
There is no avoiding.
Defense break though.
Your fate
Straight from Keith.
disappear.
See the numbers?
Fast approaches.
One gone.
Save your breath.
No escaping a Reaper's scythe.
Uh-oh.
The Celine is there, but
Huge
here's
lead for Keith.
Hecate.
Foe. Heavy struggle.
Goes through the
The
S1. We're
follow-up.
looking to just splash damage the team.
Wow! This is Christie left.
The key to
Well, I said Keith had to come out big, and big he did.
and review.
This first game 5 of tonight. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, the Hecate getting that turn was so clutch, guys. I thought Keith was so stuck in that grab. He got the straight stuck in it.
Yeah, Valky's a little stuck as
damage, but suddenly all of these characters bridge into their turns naturally, and Hecate was the one to be able to close it out with that splash damage. Very well-tuned team by Keith, and this is definitely what he needs to do in order to win. You just have to outgear your opponent and make sure your gear is carrying the load across every single matchup.
well. Now, with 20 bans in the pre-ban section,
I'm sure fortune will be on our
top
side
model
today as well.
Luna, Salome, Rinak. What do you have?
How about Luna? Well, I like the Ruel pick from Tetsu's side. Grabbing these revives early. Keith responding in kind. Utility.
Ho ho ho! Was not able to win game 3 with their Arbiter of Vildred for Keith. Because of that banned out Salome now.
Really down to the wire. I think this does favor Keith. However, Tetsu has first pick advantage. Gotta close it out here. He played well early, and that's kind of the advantage that he bought for himself. But as we've been discussing, Keith's gear is overwhelming.
Yeah, still thinking, is it okay to pick RV? There are still some counters available, and Mort is banned. You gotta think double, triple. Arwell going the safe route.
That's what I do.
And I did
Keith
request...
really likes that combo, but locks in the arrow here just to play it safe. Tetsu said, nah, you can't have it. I'll take it. This character
Steal
blows
it,
up
steal
too
it.
many light characters.
Yeah, Tetsu had to ban that in a previous match, so debating.
Yeah, the buffed up damage.
Still, that
Which
clueless
10,
face.
Oh wow, I believe Tetsu is just reading that there's so many anti-debuff characters out. There's no Infinite Horizon Acades in this game 5. There's no Genesis Ross, no Christie, which might just be too big of a threat, so locks that in on second pick.
Doesn't yet. Might just go back.
Really playing it safe.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got so much time here. He's deciding.
Already has a reviver, so Tori is the switch. I think that's kind of stole that Tori away. That Keith can also.
Could be. Keith opting for one of the few mitigation knights, especially on Escort. And if Tetsu's on Photogenic, this Tori can rip right through. So it could be a good play from Tetsu there. That hyper carry, a lot of times picked on that first pick, puts Keith in kind of a bind. He needs to now decide how to handle the Tori. Can't pick anything that's weak to it.
Yeah, we're slowing down. Lots of openers gone. Zio down. Right side looking like a lot more HP base to go through. But it's Tori we're talking about, so there's certainly damage.
And he is hovering that ML Aria. We've been seeing this Nurse Aria combo go off all night. And in a game 5, I'm sure there's not a lot of things that can actually stop these characters. Plus, the additional resistance would be nice against that Witch of the Mere Tenebria, no matter what.
We have seen, though, Ruel can kind of put a sort of dent in that plan with the revive play, as Arya needs a lot of ramp-up time, and Arbiter Vildred definitely picking up the pace of this match. Gonna do bonus damage versus that Arwell.
Tetsu thinking about 5. ROL? Barrier. DJB. With a train of thoughts.
I mean, there are a lot of barrier available on the side of Keith, but at this point, don't you just go for more damage? You need a guaranteed win condition that's going to be able to go through all of these high HP characters.
You're right.
Not necessarily, right? If it's photogenic Tori, we've seen many times that, especially against like an Arwell setup, she is definitely more than enough if he has enough support. And I think that is what he's going for. Tetsu on the 5th locks in Lone Wolf Para.
Ooh, might be just using that to secure himself the turn there. This is the final pick of the night, boys. We're really seeing what Keith decides is going to decide his fate.
For all the marbles.
Vegeta, Laika. Some target.
Let's just get
Fast
this
with the
over
wings.
with.
Green Laika.
Okay.
And he was hovering that character quite a bit earlier. So as Carr said, for all the marbles, Keith will put his faith on Laika.
Can't dodge when you're sleeping.
Ruel, the revivers.
The revives are taken out.
This might be
Okay,
quick.
it's gonna take a lot of gas out of Arya. Still has that Festivita though.
There's plenty of damage on the left. Good HP on the right. But does it match? Okay, let's do some calculations right now.
I think this game might come down to a 50-50.
Here we go, game 5. Tetsu versus Keith.
What a hassle.
5% off Laika start for Keith.
I think I saw
Of course,
photogenic on
Keith
Arby.
will be going off first. Yeah, go ahead, Carr.
No, I was saying I saw Summer photogenic on Arbiter Vildred.
Let's see in game if you can land the hit.
Yeah, does this hit the Payra? This is a big one. That's a miss. Payra does get to go.
Oh, that's a huge start for Tetsu.
Spin.
That's why he brought this unit on 5.
The wheel. Gear up.
We don't see her a lot these days, but this unit was a monster back then, and you're seeing in real time why. That dodge into that cleanse. More utility still available.
Tooth on that
And the Laika's hurt gets completely blown up. Which gets to play the game now. Little bit of a regret. There might be the correct play to skill 2.
Full resist.
Full resistance.
Full resist.
Hold up.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Chaos.
The soul burn?
Practice.
Yeah!
Enough to get that RL down. That might just be it, ladies and
I
gents.
think that's it. This Arby on the photogenic cut through Keith. And we're not done yet.
That is it. Victory for Tetsu. Keith goes down. Final score 3-2. Tetsu's the winner. Will be going up against Magic Chi in the semi. What a final game. Plenty of damage. And then
Yeah, one thing I'm seeing, the Tetsu matches are always down to the wire, back and forth, but he somehow always gets that early lead and really leverages that against opponents that have much better gear. There's always some RNG involved, right? There was a lot of things that could have gone differently between the debuffs on both sides, but I'm so impressed with Tetsu. Well deserved.
Oh.
Yeah, and throughout the tournament, Tetsu might have become my favorite player amongst everyone because his matches are always spicy. No matter what, every time he wins, there is zero gear gap. Every single time, it's either he completely outdrafts his opponent or he has to put his opponent in a really ugly RNG check, and it's the opponent who has to figure out, okay, do I want to take the RNG out? Or do I want to take the other RNG out? Because there is no way to have a guaranteed win against Tetsu.
Look at this, the Salome re-knock play. Imagine being Arby against Celine is still coming out on top. Big damage coming through.
To be made an example.
Turning to cowardly trick.
Back to back. Trip mines.
Because I'm. Let my guard down.
Loved it.
Who are you people?
Please.
Leave it to me.
Lots of Salome games. Some wins, some losses.
We won.
Rally up, everyone.
And Perfect Cigarette turning out to be a very strong competitor in the later section of E7 Masters.
Yeah, that unit is ridiculous. We talked about her cycling as well. Her and Salome just cycle through their abilities so quickly. Here comes top Mata Lulika. Big damage.
Dancing blade. If they won't
Blows
get out
up
of
the
way,
Ruel, bridges into the green Vildred. Oh man. I mean, that's the advantage of just having a better account overall. To be honest with you guys, at this point, I thought Keith had the series in the bag because as long as he's ahead, it is so hard for a lower spending player to be able to come back against you in a longer series. But for some reason, Tetsu just was able to clutch match after clutch match.
Yep. And that Salome
Fast approach.
100% has to clone Renak.
No escaping a Reaper's side.
Oh, this Hecate actually one game where she can pop off.
Oh yeah. All things coming up Keith here. He had
And
that
not
initiative.
revive.
Victory is simple.
Completely dismantling that Spirit Iceline defenses. Arby, Soul Burn.
Practiced.
How good is it? How good does it feel to just see slash dashing straight numbers? Just pure damage.
I will show you greater death.
Feels good if you're the Arby user.
Yeah, with less things to read from the skill tip. Here's the result for today. Quarterfinals. Alibi moving up. Awesome Array defeating Omega 3-1. Magic Chi defeating the previous champion Phantom. Tetsu 3-2. We are down to the top 4. This is turning out to be one of the most stacked. Round of 16, quarterfinals, and the semifinals. Wow. One player that really grew on me today was Magic Chi, starting from last week. 3-0, now 3-1 Phantom. Oh man, watch out.
I think, you know, I've been watching Magic Chi for so long now, not just on these tournaments, but also as a streamer. And I think this is the best he has ever played. I am so impressed with just how solid he is.
And top Alibi versus Hazama. Get ready for some insane gear check on both sides. That's spicy numbers. We're about to see some speed, insane HP, you name it. And next week we're having semifinals and the finals together in one day, so be sure to be there. You're going to be feeling it all. The winners from the semi will continue to finals, and best finals again, best of 7. And since we don't have double eliminations, there's no reset. There's no winner's advantage reset for this finals. It's a straight up best of 7. So that's gonna be all that. Today really was able to enjoy very different type of draft for some of the players. Feels like everyone came in ready. Some of the things what they wished did not happen, but sometimes that's some RNG give and take. Yeah, overall,
I think besides a few mishaps, I was impressed with like the level of play that kind of came through. Our guys were just, this is like you said, G-Clef, the best of the best, so stacked, and their decision making really kind of made the difference.
Yeah, no losers bracket for the top 16, top 8, because it's best of 5. They gave it all, and let's see what the top 4 can do. Valky, how was today overall?
I'm just stunned, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know if you can tell the energy of the amount of hype I was experiencing when these matches are going back and forth, and just not knowing what the outcome is. Usually I can read, but when these guys are both cooking both sides, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's going to win. And that's what makes RTA great.
Yes, we go in, even after the post-ban, we're a couple seconds of silence because we're all calculating, trying to see which side's going to win, which side has the edge, higher end. And then that's the moment when Valkyrie says, I don't know, I think it's 50-50, which means it is literally 50-50. Anyone can take it. Mentioned this, we have the semifinals and the finals. It's going to be the last day, and I believe we do the draw, the raffle as well for the Gods Battle, or Battle of the Gods. Yeah, the Sky Stones. Maybe I will be the one doing it. Maybe the Queencaster will be doing it. I don't know, but we will also have that. So included, so make sure to be there. Don't miss it. We'll have our first champion of E7 Masters decided on that day. So been a pleasure, gentlemen. A little faster than the other ones, and no interviews at all today because we will have interviews next week. Thank you everyone for watching. E7 Masters will continue with semifinals and the finals. Best of 7 in one day. Have a great rest of the weekend. We will catch you all next week for the last day of E7 Masters.
私強いよ。なかなかやれない。じゃあ応用と行こうか。相手するよ。ボルザン。
I'm not afraid. A lesson to be engraved upon your soul. I brook no falsehoods. Do not forget your past transgressions.
I'm belted by the law.
Dark Blade.
There. Give it a go.
This is my mission. And your fate.
You better be good for me.
Why are you interrupting?
This is my justice. I hear the footsteps of this.
Let's play hide and seek. I'm it. When I catch you, I'll maul you to shreds.
I protect. That's what I do. What was that?
Will I be enough?
Chaos.
Didn't I humiliate? Just wait and see.
Friends is quite fun. Eternal. Rest. For all. Your doom is fast approaching. I will test your limits.
Beat me in a million years.
This is it. To victory!
Oh, you
Witness my power.
Who still remains who could stand?
What a walk in the park.
Someone needs to be made an example. You're not bad. You're no match for me!
Dancing blade.
Dare!
If they won't get out of the way, save your breath.
No escaping a Reaper's son. Fall! One petty stroke, you shall not slip my grasp.
Shall we end this? Chaos!
Practiced.
I will show you greater death.